Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. and it's a hump day. Fox Sports Update. In college basketball, two players made the latest Wooden Award top 20. And those two players are Cooper Flagg and Johnny Broome. Cooper Flagg and Auburn's Johnny Broome headlined the men's Wooden Award late mid-season top 20 list that was announced Tuesday night. The award is given annually to the best college basketball player in the country. In the NBA, can a brother get paid? Brandon Ingram has got his money when he agreed to a 3-year, $120 million extension with the Raptors. And this includes a player option in 27-28 season, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, agent Shy Shay, and Mike George told ESPN. In the NFL, looks like Geno Smith has gotten some support from new offensive coordinator Clint Kuber. In a segment with Seattle Seahawks fans wants the team to replace polarizing quarterback Geno Smith, but Clint Kuber took part and said the opportunity to coach him is a big one, and he's supporting him. Also in NFL, Nevada Sportsbooks won, get this, state record $22.1 million on Super Bowl. That was the most ever, according to Nevada Gaming Control Board. The $22.1 million win tops the $19.7 million sportsbook when the Seahawks took on the Broncos and the Seahawks won that Super Bowl. It's a morning drive hump day. We have your hot takes. And do we like pettiness? I think we do. Because this is the morning drive with Johnny D. Powered by Coach Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Coach Sports TV. Let's get to it, y'all.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Great to be with you. 6:03. It is a hump day. It's
Hump
Wednesday. 37 degrees outside. A little wet. Be careful out there. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave J-Lo. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. A friendly reminder, we're on the X at Drive Johnny D. On Instagram and Morning Drive Johnny D. At broadcasting live and in living color this morning. We always appreciate our viewership on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV, where if you chime in on the comment box this morning, we will read it over the air. So we always appreciate when people engage into the radio program. Good morning, boys. How we feeling on a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, hot midweek.
It's cold.
Suave's got a little bit of pep in his step this morning for some reason.
It's 2 more days
I
to the
don't
weekend.
know why. Maybe it's Kevin Durant last night achieving, 30,000 points?
Yeah.
And the epitome of pettiness.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it, right? Kevin Durant. That's what I was thinking about this morning. We were talking about the pettiness. A couple of things I saw. I saw Kevin Durant last night, where I still think Kevin Durant is a top 10 guy when healthy in the NBA, but he's sort of been buried out at Phoenix a little bit. People don't talk to him about that as much. And everything that's gone on with Golden State, Oklahoma City, the Brooklyn fiasco and everything else. But Kevin Durant last night at 34, as Suave mentioned, and now a two-time Finals MVP, 2014, scored 30,000 career points, was supposed to go to Golden State at the trade deadline. Did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you the real reason why, but I would get in trouble. So I can't tell you. So I'll just kind of tease that maybe for a little bit later on in the week. But yeah, it's cold this morning. It's a little bit dreary this morning. This is one of those mornings, man, where you just kind of don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might be every morning for J-Lo. I don't know. But I know for me, this morning, I felt a little bit like that coming in. But, traffic was horrendous too, Suave. Did you get a little bit of a traffic issue this morning?
Traffic and people cannot drive. Like, you do not need to be in Daytona 500. I know it's coming up next week, but it seemed like people were trying out for it in the rain. I had a car almost cut me and hit me this morning. I had another truck that slammed their brakes and almost caused a jam. I'm like, yo, just drive normal. Just drive slow in the rain.
I feel like, though, traffic is sort of picked up a little bit earlier for some reason. I don't know if it was because of the holidays We're out of the holidays now. We're into February. People are getting back into their normal routines. I just feel like coming into the radio show, there's just a little bit more traffic. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I'm dragging a little bit this morning. I had a late night last night. High school game went a little bit too late. You had one of those senior nights.
Oh, man.
You ever been part of those, J-Lo?
Yeah, was that at Lansdowne?
No, that was not at Lansdowne.
Where's that at?
They play Lansdowne on Friday. It was at home.
Oh.
Played Bayside last night. And look, you get the women's game gets over, then you gotta honor and acknowledge the women basketball players. Then you got to acknowledge the cheerleaders. Then apparently track and field. Didn't realize this. I've never been part of a senior ceremony when you roll out track and field, because that's I thought it was in the spring, unless you got winter track going on.
They have indoor track going on during the winter.
Yeah, see, that tells you how smart I am. I got no clue what's going on. And then, of course, you got the men, and where I coach, they got 7 or 8 seniors, so there's a lot of kids to go through. It's a great event, but also you look up at the clock, and it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:15 starting a game. And got out of the gym at about 9:30, 9:45. But I will give props to the wife this morning, Suave. This is what type of partner that I got. She's my wingman. All right? She's my wingman. She ain't like J-Lo. This is somebody that I could count on in the foxhole every single morning. I came home last night, boy. She was asleep. She had made some homemade wings in the air fryer.
Got to have the
wings. Man.
wings.
So I know it's like 9:40, 9:45 last night, but I had some wings, man, to the point where I didn't even care what I looked like eating the wings. You know what I mean? You ever get into that mode where, hey, I'm not eating with anybody around me. I ain't got to worry about napkins. Those are overrated.
Looking like a murder
Forget
scene.
about that. You know what I mean? Just tear it into these babies last night. So my wingman took care of me last night. That was good stuff. But last night I was thinking about this, and I was listening to a lot of the takes yesterday afternoon talking about the big story in the NFL. Obviously, continuing the Super Bowl fallout is Kellen Moore has become the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints. So congratulations to him. How old is Kellen Moore? I think if there is one dude who looks younger than J-Lo, it's Kellen Moore.
Man.
Is it not?
He's 36.
He's 36 years of age. If we put a side-by-side photo, Suave, we got to work on this. You're good at the clip art of J-Lo and Kellen Moore. I think they're the same person. I've never seen the both of them in the same room at the same time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just one of them's much smarter than the other one. That's for sure.
Well, look, I mean, don't say that about Kellen Moore. That's not nice, J-Lo.
No. You know what I mean.
Okay. What? Let me ask you, why would you put yourself down like that right out of the gate?
Because he's smart enough to be 38 years old and an NFL coach. That's
he's also
impressive.
put a lot of time and effort into it, in playing in college, and then after college, now really having an NFL career and going right into it. My point being, though, and they're talking a lot about Kellen Moore and talking about, hey, how Philadelphia now has got to replace another offensive coordinator. And you could go down the list that Jalen Hurts has dealt with over the last 4 years, right? You got old Shane down there in Indianapolis, and now you got Kellen Moore, and then you had another guy outside. Yeah, Doug Peterson was in there for a little bit, things like that. And I was thinking about this. If you were Cliff Kingsbury there, Suave, and Philadelphia came knocking on the door and said, hey, we want to offer you the offensive coordinator position for the Philadelphia Eagles. We want to make you the highest paid OC in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you take it?
No.
Why not?
Because just a team that just beat me, you think I'm going to join them because they want to offer me money? I want to run this back and beat them.
Look, you've already shown that if you are an OC with the Philadelphia Eagles, you are getting a head coaching job. Now, there were reports over the weekend that the Saints wanted to give Cliff Kingsbury the job. He said thanks, but no thanks. I don't know if I'm buying that or not. I'm not. Okay? But if you're Cliff Kingsbury, what is a better situation to be an offensive coordinator in? Philadelphia or Washington? Be honest, Suave. Take the fanboy hat off.
The obvious answer is Philly. They just won a Super Bowl.
Okay, so Philadelphia has probably the best offensive line in the NFL, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
If it's not one, it's two. They have a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in Jalen Hurts, correct?
Yep,
yes or no?
That's correct.
Okay. Their wide receiving core, when healthy, maybe top 3 or 4 in the NFL, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Never forget the running back, too.
I was getting there. And then, of course, you probably have the best running back in the National Football League at Saquon Barkley, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So what's the problem?
It's a pride thing. I'm gonna join the. Cliff Kingsbury is not Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna join the team that beats him. That is no pride for. That's a weak move right there to join a team that beats you. I want to beat you first. Maybe later down the line I may join, but for right now, I'm not gonna join the team that just beat me. Like, why would I do that? I'm gonna do some plays that go back and beat them. Especially now, I have the chance to with Jaden Daniels, I have a chance to mold him to the quarterback I want him to be. Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts already. Jaden Daniels is just on his first year, not going to second year. I want to mold him as an offensive coordinator. Why would I leave that and go into a team?
Because it's a better situation.
That's a weak move.
But it's a better situation.
It's a weak move.
But it's a better situation. So, you can talk about weak move all you want, but let me ask you, just kind of throw this out here, okay? Mm-hmm. So let's say next year you're going into the season, and I was surprised looking at these Super Bowl odds that Washington is a plus 2,000.
Yeah, 2,000, yeah.
Which is 5th or 6th best odds to get to the Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl next year. We rattled off, you got Kansas City up there, you got Baltimore up there, you've got Buffalo up there. You've got Detroit is up there. Philadelphia is up there. You know, your usual suspects.
Absolutely.
But if I am a guy who is trying to become a head coach in the National Football League, okay, and I've seen that spot over there, even though I don't like that neighborhood, Suave, that neighborhood's got some nice rate of investment, nice rate of return in that neighborhood, right? You buy a house in that neighborhood, more than likely you're getting your money back plus some. They do a really good job getting you ready for the next step. Oh, by the way, they're also built for success. Is Washington outside of Jaden Daniels offensively? Be honest. Are they built for success?
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment.
No.
So you're making my point. Here's the thing. I think everything aligned perfectly for the Washington Commanders this past year. I think everything aligned perfectly. I think everything fell into place perfectly for the Commanders on offense with Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels. All right, Jaden was phenomenal. You still got a huge question mark in the running back situation, right? You can't keep these guys on the field. Austin Eckler is not your answer. Even Brian Robinson, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be healthy. Not your answer. You got a out of the ordinary season out of your tight end in Zach Ertz. Are you going to get that again? Is he even going to be back? So you got a question mark at the tight end situation. Okay. You got some major question marks on that offensive line. They played well, but you had some injuries and you got some chess pieces you got to move around. Terry McLaurin, is he an unrestricted free agent?
No, he's
Terry McLaurin. Okay, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
But you got nothing else really that is that number 2 guy, right? You had some dudes that you did a little plug and play that were nice pieces, but it's nothing compared to what you got up there at I-95 North. So my point is, if I'm Cliff Kingsbury and I'm already an OC, now look, I've also made the point on this show, he does not even have to go and become a head coach. He's still getting paid by Arizona as a head coach. So he's fine.
How long is he getting paid?
I don't know. He might be getting paid as much as Bobby Bonilla is getting paid by the Mets. Who the hell knows at this point? But if you're Cliff Kingsbury, why would you not consider being an offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles outside of your thing of pride? Forget about pride. It's about money. It's about Super Bowls. Who gives you the best opportunity to get to the Super Bowl? Philadelphia or Washington?
You just stumped yourself by saying a lot of that stuff because a lot of those people have question marks. Now you got a GM who has the money and he's a good GM to bring pieces together. He did it in New England. He did it in San Francisco. So as an offensive coordinator, if I know I got a GM that has moved pieces before and we got money and I know what type of plays I can make, I'm not going to leave now.
Suave.
And to me,
go ahead, J-Lo.
Well, I was just going to say, to me, why move from one offensive coordinator spot to another? Again, like you just said, as he's already getting paid as a head coach, it doesn't make much sense to me to go. If you're going to leave, you're going to leave for a head coaching spot in my mind.
If you're going to move, you're going to be the highest paid OC in the NFL, and you're going to be in a situation where, frankly, you can't fail.
Well,
you can't
if he does, then it ain't going to be good.
How can you fail?
I don't know.
How could you fail?
You can find a
Look,
way.
you got a quarterback.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback who is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL who has had 4 different OCs, I believe, in the last 4 or 5 years, yet has been to the Super Bowl twice. All right? Philadelphia has been to the Super Bowl 3 out of the last 7 years. 3 out of the last 7 years they've been to the Super Bowl. What I'm saying, if you're Cliff Kingsbury, I'd be making a phone call. I'd make a phone call. I would. If you got an opportunity to work on the mountaintop, right? And you got an opportunity to work with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and that offensive line and Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert, you think you did wonders in Washington. What do you think he could do in Philadelphia? And then all of a sudden next year, when you're talking about head coaching candidates, top of the list. Right, he's already up there.
Already top of the list,
look, he was one. Look, he's like Ben Johnson.
Exactly. Look how many people go after
but
Ben Johnson.
Johnson waited a year, and you see what he got a bag. You know there are going to be NFL openings. There always are. Every year you're gonna have 4 or 5. I'm just saying, Cliff Kingsbury. Hot take on a hump day here. If I'm Cliff Kingsbury, I'm thinking about it. And I know Suave talks about pride. Look, it's the NFL, man. Nobody thinks like that. Come on. They don't think like that, do they?
Saquon did.
Saquon didn't think about pride.
Yes, he did. If
you look at
the post-interview, when they asked him about the Philly, what did he say? He said 6 months. He said 6 months ago, I hated this team.
Yeah.
The only reason he went to that team is because they was the only ones that were willing to give him the bag. He did not want to leave New York.
No. And he did his pros and cons.
Exactly.
Like everybody else.
But New York said, we still don't want you. We want Dan Jones.
And there was one con, and that was the New York Giants. That's where he's always played. And there were 15 pros. Right?
I mean, yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury's in a same position. What's your con? Oh, we lost to them in the NFC title game. All right, what are the pros? I got 15 of them. Why would you not leave? Just saying. Throw it up on the poll this morning, the Pacer payroll poll question this morning. Should Cliff Kingsbury consider a move to Philadelphia to become the offense coordinator? Love to get your thoughts on that. You could vote on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You could also chime in on the comment box this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Our headlines this morning brought to you by OVM Financial. With Annie Mac Home Mortgage serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you could trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com, NMLS 338923, equal opportunity lender. Get moving and get buying today. I've used OVM Financial for my first home, for my latest home, for my refinance, and I could encourage you to do the same. 757-407-7023, ovmfinancial.com. Hey, straight ahead, updated the scoreboard last night, a busy night. Also, I got some health news. I got a question I got to put out to our listening audience of when I was at the gym yesterday, Suave. I got to know, is this an unwritten man code that has been violated? We'll talk about it. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Discover. Expect slow-moving traffic heading west on 564 between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. You may run into some congestion due to closures on the ramp from Bainbridge Boulevard to South Military Highway. There's been an accident on 64 westbound near Tidewater Drive and a slowdown merging from 64 to 460. I'm Elena Begso on Fox Sports 1310.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Johnny D, weekdays 6 to 9 on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Good to be with you, 623. I do want to talk some pettiness coming up here in a little bit. The Athletic has ranked their halftime performances all time.
Yeah.
I will let you know where one Kendrick Lamar came in. Get a guess from Suave coming up here in a little bit. Our Hump Day hot takes, you can hit us up via the Tell 'em Kill 'em talk and text line this morning, 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. It's your hot takes on a hump day. Also, you can chime in on the comment box this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV, where Warpath, good morning Warpath, has chimed in this morning. Let's be honest, Big Dom is about to be promoted to assistant head coach OC. Forget Barkley, he was the real MVP. He was. Mm-hmm. Telling you, Big Dom is he's pulling the strings behind the scenes. And I love Big Dom. When he rolls out that velvet green Italian jumpsuit, there's nothing better, man. That hits home. I wish I could pull it off. We talked about your outfit yesterday on the program, Suave. Mm-hmm. That's the outfit that I need to pull off. Give me one of those velvet or velour Kelly green jumpsuits with the Italian flag on the sleeve, little American flag on one sleeve, the Italian flag on the other sleeve. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Talking about Cliff Kingsbury heading to Philadelphia to become their new offensive coordinator, head coach. Would you do it if you're Cliff? Hit us up on the Pacer payroll poll question this morning on the X at Drive Johnny D. Suave, what you also got to remember, too, is this. While Adam Peters has got, $78 million to play with in the offseason, how many holes on defense does he need to fill?
He's got quite a bit.
There are a lot. See, that money on paper, it looks really good. When you're talking about cap situation for Washington, it looks spectacular, man. It looks great. 78 mil, second, third in the NFL. Yep. New England's number one. Everything's great. Wait a second, 28 unrestricted free agent? Okay, well, look, some of those guys you don't really want back. That's fine. You can take that list down to 15 if you want to. How much money is left over after that? And you still got to fill holes in the secondary. You still got to find an edge rusher. You got still some aging linebackers. You got a lot of pieces that still need to come into place for the Commanders to be right where they were this past year? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just saying. You got to consider that, man. It's not going to be as easy. We're going to see how good Adam Peters is right now. Like last year was gravy because the expectations in the bar was very low. And now the bar is high. You know what you got at the quarterback position. Now you got that window of about 3 years where you need to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
This is where we're really going to see how good Adam Peters is as a general manager.
I only think I asked Adam Peters is, and Warpath actually brought it up yesterday. I wish I would have said it, but we can say it today. Do not, Adam Peters, listen to me. Do not pull a Daniel Snyder early 2000s. I remember when Washington had money. We brought in Adam Archuleta, Dana Stubblefield, Bruce Smith, Deion. I mean, we brought in all these people.
You taking a shot at Bruce Smith?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that he was part of that crew that we brought in. We brought in like
You
the
overpaid.
1990 Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. So I know Washington fans are like, oh, go get Myles Garrett, go get Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins. And listen, we try to get Brandon Ayuk. Fans screaming for it, and Adam Peters knew something about it.
Thank the Lord.
And it worked out. It worked out. So, Adam Peters, if you're listening, just be smart, man. Washington fan,
why don't you do a PSA? We should film a PSA and put it on the Instagram with just Suave pleading to Adam
Do
Peters.
like a 757 shout outs one.
Please do not go out and get Von
dog
Miller.
In the background, the sugar
That's
dog.
what you need to do. Suave.
Yeah.
Just go to Adam Peters. Please do not do a Buffalo Bills and go out and get Von Miller.
Well, did he work that for you?
No, it did not. I will say this: if he did not get hurt, he was on his way to having a major impact. Not this past season, but the season before. He got off to a great start, and then he blow out his ACL, whatever he did. But no, he was not worth that bag that they're carrying right now for him. By the way, Warpath chimes in, says that sounds like a shot to me. Suave is right. Spend wisely, AP. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
He knows. He been a part of that.
6:45 this morning. What's trending on social media? What are people talking about? We'll get into the pettiness conversation. Then 7 o'clock hour, the sports professors will be here. We got to talk fallout from the Super Bowl, how the books did. Also start looking ahead, MLB futures. A little Rubbit is racing, Daytona 500 this weekend. Larry Obama stops by at 7:30 this morning.
Larry.
Right, so we'll talk signing day fallout. Also, the VHSL in the news yesterday. We'll get his thoughts on that. We'll crack open the entertainment page at 7:45 this morning. 8 o'clock hour, the boardroom is back. We'll debate the GOAT conversation and Patrick Mahomes. And then we'll just talk some NFL news. Aaron Rodgers is back in the news. I want to get into that story. And I got a nominee this morning for the porta potty. I got a good one. And it hits home. Sorry to say. Hits close to my heart. Very quick, just some health news I wanted to bring up. Did you see the story about Ozempic?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yes.
This isn't in any of your updates, is
No.
it? Okay. Just wanted to check. But apparently Ozempic... shocking warning that patients on Ozempic report, quote unquote, waking up blind in as little as a day after using the fat jet. Right? So Ozempic is supposed to be used for what? For like diabetes, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. A study published detailed the experiences of 9 patients. Is that a lot? Like, shouldn't it be a little bit more?
Gotta be a little bit more.
9 seems like it's just a random number to throw out there.
I just come and I say, come on, you come here.
Aged between 37 and 77 who experience eye complications after taking Ozempic. Quote, there has been a recent concern that and other similar medications may be associated with, they call it some word that I'm not even going to pronounce. Pretty much these people are waking up blind. One woman in her 50s with type 2 diabetes woke up with painful vision loss in the left eye just a day after injecting her first dose. The active ingredient in diabetes, Ozempic, a fat loss that was reported. My question to you is there, Suave. We're just going to throw it out there.
What's that?
If you could take a shot and they're going to tell you, man, you're going to lose 10 pounds, but you're going to wake up blind for 2 days, would you do it? Seriously.
No, I wouldn't.
I want you to think about this.
I think about it because I think about people who are very, very desperate.
Yeah.
Just think about medicine. if your medicine said that hey, it's gonna take away your headache, but they'll give you that fine print, may it's called drowsiness, diarrhea. Also, you don't worry about the fine print. You don't worry about the small stuff. You worry about if that headache gonna get taken care of.
Yeah.
So if you're desperate, you're gonna take whatever to fix
That's
it.
my question, though. Again, you're kind of avoiding the question. If I said you swab, I'm gonna jab you with this needle,
I said no.
and you're going to guarantee shedding 10 pounds right out of the gate. But for a couple of days, man, you might have a problem seeing.
Exactly. No. Why would I do that for, man?
I don't know,
Come on, man.
I may
Some
do
people
it.
are desperate.
I may do
You're
it.
right. You're right.
I may do it. If it's a weekend and I really got nothing going on, jab me up. Jab me up. If I can shed 10 very quickly, look, I'm trying to shed 20. If I could get to half of my goal with one shot, and that means I'm blind for a day and a half, do it.
Yeah, that's like a
Shoot
good thing
me
for you.
up.
You probably stay in the bed like, well,
Shoot me up.
I ain't going nowhere.
How much weight would it take, Swab, for you to do it?
It gotta be some Nutty Professor type stuff. Shed about 100, 200 pounds. Then
So,
think about
so
it.
if you did a shot of Ozempic
Yeah.
and it said, hey, man, you're going to shed 50, but for a day and a half, you're going to be blind as a bat.
Then I may think about it.
You might think,
I may
about,
think about it. Yeah.
See, there's always going to be that magic number. There's always going to be that magic number.
I hate to say it, but Ted DiBiase said it best. Everybody has a price.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price.
Yep.
Look, 50 pounds, I can't afford to lose 50. But if I could lose 25 right out of the gate, right, that puts me at about 225, 230, which I would love to be at. And he said, hey, Johnny, but here's the deal. For a day and a half, you can't see, or you're going to have problems seeing. Look, there's a lot of to-do stuff that I could get out of as well. Like, I can't do this, I can't do that. Not being able to view any television.
Can't see.
But I can't see, but I can listen to some podcasts, get a little nap in. You know what I'm saying? I do it. Absolutely. You can jab me in the ass. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
At this
That sounds
point.
creepy though. Think about you wake up, but you don't see. Like I can't fathom that. That sounds like something out of a nightmare.
They got vision problems. It's a side effect, like Suave said. You got to look at that small print. Ozempic is real popular.
Yes, it
This
is.
is scary stuff. There are a lot of people out there that are taking a
Have a lot
shot
of
at
zombies in the
Ozempic.
world soon, huh?
Very quick, too, before we get a look at the scoreboard. I went through this yesterday at the gym, and I want to get y'all's thoughts on it. Look, I've got long arms, so I'm not one to really knock out a lot of pull-ups. But I noticed somebody at the gym yesterday while I was there. I'm not going to talk about the age because I don't know the age. I'm going to say in their 40s, probably 40s to 50s. Was doing some pull-ups. But you ever see these people, Suave, that do the assisted pull-ups? You know what I'm talking about, the assisted pull-ups? You could put almost a band on your knees or whatever. You take kind of the stretchy band, the resistance band, and you could kind of put it up. So you're doing a pull-up, but you're not really doing a body weight type of pull-up. You're getting a little bit of assistance when you're doing the pull-up. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't really do a pull-up.
Me neither.
I will honestly tell you, there's a lot of reasons why. Upper body strength, not what it used to be. Fully admit it, it's okay. But is it acceptable for a man at the gym to do an assisted pull-up? And does that count? That is my question. I was going to save this for What's Your Take on a Thursday, but I got to throw it out there because this person literally was kind of pumping their chest out like, yeah, I just knocked out 25 pull-ups. But I'm thinking to myself, you got a lot of assistance going on right now. Like, I'm not walking around telling people I knocked out 25 pull-ups when I had some assistance doing it with a resistant band. Does it count or does it not count?
Should we put this in the exact same ballpark of people who bench press and get a spot and they just helping you?
Well, no,
pull up?
that's a little bit different. Like, let me ask you this. The spot, are you doing the spot on every single rep?
No.
Okay. See, that to me is a little bit different. If you're doing a bench and I knock out 7 or 8 and I need a spot on 8.5, 9, 10,
That's fine.
totally different.
Okay.
I'm talking about the dude who goes up to do the pull-up but has the resistant band already and is getting assistance from the opening shot.
Oh, then no.
Like number one. So that does not count.
No, it do not count at all.
Okay.
And
J-Lo.
then he said he pumped his chest out too.
Well, he was excited about it.
Oh,
he was feeling good about
He
himself.
come on looking like the Hulk.
Yeah, sort of like what I look like doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. I get off the treadmill. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm still breathing. I got a little bit of a sweat going on, but I'm still breathing. Everything's still intact, ready to go. Whew, good day.
Go ahead, J-Lo.
No, I just, it's not a real pull-up. I'll put it that way. I know they have the machines where you can adjust how much weight you get assisted or whatever.
So it's not a real pull-up.
No, I wouldn't
Okay.
say so. Not at all.
All
Until
right.
you do it with no weight. And I can't, full transparency, I've never been able to do a pull-up, so I have no room to talk. But no, that's not a real pull-up.
So put it up on the poll this morning, the Pacer payroll poll question. I'm curious. Is an assisted pull-up considered a real pull-up? That's what I want to know. Because I think this dude violated a man code yesterday there, Suave. And he does not realize it. Because I see these people all the time with the resistant bands. And I get it. I'm assuming they could do a pull-up without it. Maybe they're just trying to get a couple more reps out of it. But this dude right out of the gate, 25 of them assisted, then feeling good about himself. You know, he's got the tank top going. Come on, stop.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it, though. It's a good exercise. Just don't call it an official pull-up.
Well, that's what I mean. So put it up on the poll this morning. The Pacer payroll poll question. The polls are open this morning on the X at Drive Johnny D. It's just something I wanted to get off my chest. That was
We should have a gym talk.
What's that?
We should have a
we can
gym
talk a
talk.
whole
We
day
can
about
talk
some
gym.
We can talk about the gym all day, man.
Typical people at the gym.
I'm telling you what,
Man,
they
there's some
probably
crazy
look at me like a freak show. That's okay. I'm totally fine with that. Especially the younger generation. I know they kind of look at me as like a clown, like a cartoon character of some sort. I'm all right with that. All right, you do your thing. I'll do my thing. I'll be in the corner by myself doing my chair yoga and everything else that I'm doing. Got no problem with that at all. All right, 6:36. Take a look at the scoreboard from last night. Had the Bulls scored yet? By the way, you guys are Bulls fans. I noticed you're very quiet this morning.
I told you about the Bulls trash. I can tell you that for
Yeah,
a
but
fact.
they were down at 40 at
Exactly.
one point last night.
And guess what? They lost about 42.
It was 72-27 when I saw it.
And they kept the trend because
That's
the final
ridiculous.
score in that game was 132-92. So that's called a streak. They kept it going.
Leading scorer was Josh Giddey with 11 points.
Exactly. There you go.
That's all you need to hear.
Let's go ahead and talk about it, though. So, yes, NBA was on last night. And guess who lost again? The 76ers with Joel Embiid and Paul George. They lost to the Raptors 106-103. Them New York Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers 128-115. And lastly, the Grizzlies beat the Suns 119-112. And, of course, the story out of this game is that Kevin Durant reaches 30,000 points.
Good for
I think he
him.
becomes the 9th player right now. So, I mean, I hope nobody. I heard people calling him a GOAT or one of the GOATs. Stop it. Please stop it. Kevin Durant is not a GOAT.
What is an offspring of a goat? You know when you combine two different animals, you come up with one? That's what Kevin Durant is. Like if you took if a goat had relations with something else, that's what Kevin Durant is. Like he's not a
I'm
goat,
trying
but
to
he's
think of two
really
different
good.
People that would be the parents.
But he's really good.
Like a Michael Jordan paired with a
I don't know.
like a Charles Barkley.
But that's what Kevin Durant is, man. He's really good.
That's all he is. He's just really good.
He's really good.
So let's go ahead and start in college basketball. Number 1 Auburn beat Vanderbilt 80-68, and then we have an upset. Kentucky beat Tennessee. Number 15 Kentucky beat Tennessee.
And the SEC is wide open.
75-64.
Wide open.
Wide
is the
open.
SEC.
We had another upset.
I was gonna say Michigan got a nice.
That's what
win
I'm about to get to. Yep, number 20 Michigan beat number 7 Purdue 75-73, and we had another upset. Indiana beat number 11 Michigan State 71-67, and then let's just keep our residents in upset city because Kansas State beat number 13 Arizona 73-70, and then another one UConn gets that one over Creighton 70-66.
That was a tight game.
Yes, it was.
I was watching some of that as well.
Yes, it was. And just for the ladies, we're going to give some love. In the top 25, we had number 11, TCU beat BYU 79-47. And number 25, Baylor beat number 18, West Virginia 75-65. And those are the scores from last night.
All right. Thank you very much, Suave. Coming up here in a little bit, what is trending on social media? Just very quickly, I'm trying to look up a score from last night. What was last night? February 11th?
Yes.
Correct? Was last night?
Correct. Yes.
All right. They did not play. They play Friday night against Northern Kentucky. That would be Wisconsin, Green Bay. Just the thought. Just wanted to see if they played last night. They're coming off a loss against Purdue Fort Wayne on Saturday. So they got Northern Kentucky coming up. Date night special there, J-Lo. Friday night, date night special.
Good for them.
The question is, J-Lo, if somebody approached you and said, hey, I think you're fine, let's go out to dinner Friday night, would you choose high school basketball over a date night?
Depends on the situation. I haven't even looked at the matchups.
I just told you the situation. There's no situation.
I don't know. Just, is she a good-looking woman? Does she have a good personality?
The fact that she's talking to you,
dang,
should be.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Now we're selective, is what you're saying.
I just, as long as they don't look like somebody that is
Whoa!
going viral for the wrong reasons.
Wow!
You didn't hear what I said.
I don't need. I'm trying to help you out. I'm going to cut you off.
I don't want it to be a person who's going viral for the wrong reasons, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Please explain.
Not being dressed up at all, like walking around with no clothes on.
Oh, OnlyFans.
Yes, in other words.
Okay, there you go.
Do you seriously think that somebody from OnlyFans is going to approach you?
So. I'm
talking
saying,
about a nice girl who says, hey, J-Lo, you and I used to go to high school together.
Sure.
I thought you were interesting. I'm curious. Love to go out to dinner one time. How about Friday night? I know it's Valentine's Day. Not a big deal. Let's go catch a bite to eat Friday night.
Sure.
Are you saying yes, or are you going, Lansdowne's playing?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go.
Are you sure?
Sure, yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
You're sounding a little selective right now.
Well, I just, I don't want to put myself in a bad situation.
Look, Warpath has chimed in. Beggars can't be choosers, and choosers can't be beggars. Take that for what it's worth.
Pretty much.
By the way, good morning to Lind. Johnny is back. What's up? Hey, Lind, how are you this morning? Great to hear from you. Hey, soccer fans, it's time to rally behind the Virginia Beach United. That's correct. A USL League 2, a W League team that plays right here in Virginia Beach. Experience the passion and excitement of pro-level soccer. This season pass includes women's, men's tickets for just $100, $80 for youth, 14-game package on sale now. Go to vbunited.com. That's vbunited.com for season tickets. Hey, straight ahead, what's trending? What are people talking about on social media? Also, who are the most pettiest people on the planet? Athletes, politicians, or musicians? We'll discuss. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Robert Half. Expect congestion on 664 approaching MMBT starting at College Drive. We're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic on 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. An accident on 64 westbound at Tidewater Drive is causing heavy traffic backing up to Chesapeake Boulevard, and we're seeing delays merging from 64 to 564. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
9 out of 10. What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams-Deloach, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
At everything. From start to finish, it was a mediocre, boring night, especially when you invest so much in the football season. And it comes down to a wet fart that we got.
Covino and Rich. Weekday afternoons 5 to 7 on Fox Sports 1310. You are listening to The Morning Drive on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM. And always free on the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app.
All right, good stuff. Great to be with you. 647 Hampton Roads. Hey. It's a hump day. Hump day hot takes. Tell them Kelvin Talking text line is open. 757-497-1310. The comment box on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Our buddy Lynn Taylor chimes in this morning. Johnny, what up? Now that football season is over, is this podcast done? Notice not. We're rolling, baby. In fact, we might be the only sports talk radio show in the country that could also talk some hoops.
Yeah.
A little college basketball, a little NBA, a little NFL offseason.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it all. That's one of the problems I have. I start to go off the rails a little bit, and then the boys on the other side of the glass have to reel me back in. Hey, how's the studio looking?
Oh, phenomenal.
Awesome.
Great, huh?
We've got some microphones in there.
Nice.
It looks like they're trying to add some more stuff to it today or tomorrow because there's a lot more, a lot of tools in there
Look
now.
at how excited you are about it.
Yeah, it's a new studio.
Good work out of you, bro.
It's exciting.
2026? What's our ETA? What are we talking about?
I heard
Next
June
Friday,
of 2026.
man. Next Friday.
Next Friday,
Is that
2026?
Yes, they're aiming for not 2026.
Okay.
They're aiming for next Friday to be done.
Ooh.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Not this Friday.
No, not this Friday.
Next Friday.
No.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Pettiness. Talked a lot about pettiness this week on the program. This just kind of came up. I was looking at the Athletic had ranked the Kendrick Lamar halftime performance, looking at it all time, because there's been a lot of takes this week of trying to read between the lines there, Suave.
Yeah.
Of Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance and the crip walks to Serena Williams, the shots at Drake and everything else. And it got to the point, politics. We just went through the election where pettiness was at an all-time high. The poll question is up this morning on the X at Drive Johnny D. Who are the most petty people on the planet? Are they musicians? Are they politicians? Or are they athletes? In honor, of course, Kevin Durant last night.
Yeah.
He takes pettiness to a whole-time high.
King.
No doubt about it. Look, how about the Jets yesterday, tearing Aaron Rodgers? Love to have you back. But you got to be at all the workouts.
Yep.
You got to be at the OTAs. Oh, and by the way, no more Pat McAfee.
Yep,
we'll get into that at the 8 o'clock hour, right? Because a little bit of pettiness saying that, not going to happen. Kendrick Lamar, all time. Where do you think the Athletic has ranked the halftime performance of one Kendrick Lamar there, Suave? All time.
All time? I say top 5.
You got to put it in top 5.
I say top 5.
Okay. J-Lo?
Throw out a random number 8.
Got to put it at number 8. So they ranked the best Super Bowl halftime shows. This according to Athletic, and I'll repost it on our X account at Drive Johnny D. Just did that. Rihanna comes in at number 10.
Man,
That's low.
That's
That is
real
low.
low.
Wow.
Man, come on. She was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, relax there, boys. Number 9, Madonna. When you had Nicki Minaj, CC, was it CeeLo Green, I believe?
Yeah, CeeLo Green, yeah.
Coming in at a tie for number 7 was Shakira, Bad Bunny, and Jennifer Lopez with Bruno Mars. And I forgot Red Hot Chili Peppers was in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this one at number 6, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Number 5, Beyonce and Destiny's Child. Okay. Kendrick Lamar coming in at number 4.
Over Michael Jackson?
Yeah, over Michael
that's my
Jackson.
Over Rihanna's? Over.
This is instant reaction, man. I think we need to
Absolutely.
watch MJ's performance again.
Yes.
And be like, nope, put it up there. Number 3 is going to be U2, which was great. People forget U2 was great.
Yeah, it was.
Number 2 was Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and Snoop
Absolutely.
and Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige.
So that means number 1 gas to be Usher.
Nope.
What?
Usher did not make the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what number 1 is.
Prince?
Prince.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just want to make sure.
The fact that it rained
Yes.
when he sang Purple Rain in Miami, yeah, you're number 1.
You couldn't write a better scene.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Automatic. So there you go. Top 10. All right, 6:51. Kick it over to Suave this morning. What are people talking about on the internet, on social media? Want to know what's trending.
Let's get to it, y'all.
If it made it in headlines, it made it here. Here's what's trending in sports with Suave.
With your boy Don Suave. And what's trending is the fact that somebody needs to get tested in the world of sports. And I'm talking about none other than Hank's favorite quarterback. I mean, the greatest quarterback that comes to Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about Dak Prescott. So
We talking about glory holes again? Is that what we're talking about? We talking about glory holes again there, Jerry?
talking about glory holes again.
You want this sound like played that
Yes, he does. He got to play it.
Smiles and glory holes.
Glory holes.
Oh, boy.
Glory holes. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So basically what's happening is we just know that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So they asked Dak Prescott about the Cowboys' optimism about the next season. I'm not even going to talk anymore, y'all. I'm not going to talk more. I'm going to let Mr. Dakota Prescott talk for this. This is what he said about optimism about the Cowboys this upcoming season. Take a listen to this, y'all.
I mean, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten a better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominant.
Hank! Where you at, Hank? We need you today.
Wow. Old Dak. They're close.
They're close.
Dallas is close.
They're close.
They're close.
Okay.
I don't want to take anything away from Philadelphia. They are the ones holding the trophy.
Exactly.
But we had them. We had them.
They was right there.
We were right there.
Right there.
We're close.
They're close.
We're maybe another head coach, OC, couple of dudes on defense, maybe a couple of guys on it. We're close.
They're close.
We're very close. We're right on the doorstep.
Yes.
All right. Forget about what. We're right there. We're right there. Forget about the fact that we got the 4th worst odds next year to win the Super Bowl. We're really close.
I have to say that.
We're really close.
They're really close.
Very close.
Very close. You know, even Michael Parsons, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're
That's
really
right.
close, Johnny
They're
D.
really close.
The Cowboys are coming back, y'all.
I can feel it.
They can feel it.
I can feel it.
And speaking about Dallas, I don't know if y'all seen this, but look, the Dallas Mavericks may be a laughing stock right now. We already know the fans did not like Luka getting traded. They even try to give people money back if you're a season ticket holder. Now we got the owner who made an appearance at a game, and this is the owner right here. So he starts to walk, and you would think this is the Mavericks owner. He's walking through the crowd. You know, the fans should love that's the Mavericks. Oh, no. They had another opinion about that Maverick owner. So let's take a listen to how he was received at his own home.
2 shots.
He expects to get booed. Like, if you're going to walk courtside, what do you expect? Do you think he really cares? He goes back to his limo and he's sitting there and he goes, I'm winning at life. I don't care what these dudes are saying. Seriously, I don't care what they're saying. Also, is it me or is he a spitting image just with better hair of Mark Davis?
Yes, I thought the exact same thing too.
That's a good comparison.
He looks just like Mark Davis, but with a real haircut.
Yes.
That's a good comparison.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and finish this off before we go on a break. You know why? Guess who's also made social media headlines? Josh Allen, a.k.a. your MVP.
Yeah, keep my MVP out of your mouth. Keep him out of your mouth.
Hey, it ain't me. It's the Ravens fans who think that Lamar Jackson should have won it.
Oh, boy.
But it's because he did something that was so special. So if y'all see his speech he did when he won the Super Bowl, MVP, he credits somebody from a mailroom, a guy named Slick Rick.
Yep.
And, Slick Rick, they interviewed him, and it was very touching. So let's hear what his response is being mentioned by Josh Allen, the MVP of the NFL.
When he started talking, he was talking about like the traders, the equipment room, and everything like that. And when he said my name, it was like I couldn't believe it. I hate to cry. I still don't believe it. When he said my name, and I just started crying. I started crying, and then, like, my son was in his room watching it, and I started screaming. I was like, he said my name. I just started crying. Like, when he said my name, he said.
I love you, Slick Rick.
Yes.
Words have power, Suave. Remember that. Your words have power.
Absolutely.
Just remember that.
Absolutely. And power, encouragement, you can do a lot. With this one muscle in your mouth, you can do a whole lot to please somebody.
You can do a lot to please somebody, and you can do a lot to take somebody off.
I think I got Johnny D. I got him.
You broke him.
I broke him.
It's like us trying to break Josh Prey.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. Good for Slick Rick. That one muscle in your mouth. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are we done?
Yes, we are.
Great.
Yeah.
This segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the brand new Bagel Baker Deli. Now open Loman's Plaza right off the boulevard, just steps from Town Center, man. Full breakfast menu in addition to great breakfast sandwiches on those bagels. Talking about French toast, lox, eggs, omelets, so much more. How about oversized sandwiches for lunch like pastrami, corned beef, BLT? Now open for dinner 3 nights a week, Thursday through Saturday. For more information, go to the website bagelbaker.com/deli. A taste in New York right here in the 757, the all-new Bagel Baker Deli. There's a lot of directions that could have went.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I'm driving this train. Kept it on the tracks. Because that one muscle in your mouth, Suave,
yeah,
that could do a lot of damage.
Yes, it can.
That could also bring a lot of pleasure.
Yes, it can.
To somebody in your life. 6:59, straight ahead, the sports professors. Oh, boy, it's the Morning Drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Another soggy and chilly day. Cloudy skies today with widespread rain. High temperatures only in the mid-40s. For tonight, we'll see temperatures in the 40s, still the chance for showers and plenty of clouds. For Thursday, mostly cloudy. Showers become a little more scattered as we go through the day, and we warm up. High temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Battling cancer. By raising funds, spreading awareness, and organizing fun, creative community events, they provide direct assistance to those in need, easing the hardships of families facing the fight of their lives. Join the cause and help make a difference. Support Panda's fight against cancer. Visit pandasfight.com and follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Let's fight cancer together. Visit pandasfight.com.
It's our President's Day sales event all month at Southern Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Newport News. Huge savings on remaining new 2024 inventory. Low APR financing available, plus lifetime benefits and more. Get star-spangled deals today at Southern Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram NewportNews.com. 2425-2475 for details.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
It's a new year. Looking for a new career? Join us for the Tidewater Job Fair, Tuesday, February 25th at the Chesapeake Conference Center. These top businesses are looking for you.
Looking for a job with security and growth? GFL Environmental is hiring. They're looking for drivers, welders, corporate professionals, and more. Join a team that's committed to your future and stability. Find your next career at GFL Environmental at the Tidewater Job Fair.
Chesapeake Shipbuilding, located in Salisbury, Maryland, has immediate openings for marine painters and pipe fitters. Chesapeake Shipbuilding offers extremely competitive pay, full benefits, and paid time off. Search open positions and apply online at ChesapeakeShipbuilding.com/careers.
Eastern State Hospital is now hiring for full-time positions in our nursing, food service, housekeeping, and public safety departments. Start your career in state service with competitive starting wages and excellent benefits. Visit jobs.virginia.gov, search Eastern State Hospital.
Bring your resume and dress to impress from 11 to 3, Tuesday, February 25th at the Chesapeake Conference Center. For more details, visit TidewaterJobFair.com.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. This is 7:02. This is your Fox Sports update. Cooper Flag, Johnny Broom. What they got in common? They make the list for the latest Wooden Award Top 20. Now, this is stats for Cooper Flag, who's a Duke freshman and is presumed to be the number one pick in June's NBA draft, averaging 19.5 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Broom is averaging 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists, all career highs, and has all but ranked number one in the AP Top 25 poll. But also in the NBA, Brandon Ingram agrees to a 3-year, $120 million extension with the Raptors. Now, he was traded by the Pelicans last week and now rides in Toronto with a lucrative extension that keeps him out of free agency this summer. In the NFL, if you thought Geno Smith was going anywhere, nope, he's not. Because new offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak said as much Tuesday during his introductory news conference at team's headquarters, which marked the latest signal from the organization that it plans to stick with Geno Smith as a starter in 2025. And now Nevada sportsbooks, they win again as they won a state record $22.1 million off of the previous Super Bowl. And the record haul for Nevada sportsbooks comes despite a significant drop in the amount wagered. Approximately $151.6 million was bet on this year's Super Bowl, with Nevada sportsbooks a 20.1% decrease from last year's gain. But coming up next, get your pencils ready, get your mind ready, get your eyes ready, even get your hand ready, because it's time for the sports professors that come and give you and kick you some knowledge on the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Coach Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Coach Sports TV.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Good to be with you. It's a hump day. It's a Wednesday.
Hump day.
7:05. A balmy 38 degrees outside. A little wet this morning as well. Glad you're with us. Check us out on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. Also, we are streaming live this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. I'll get back to the comments coming up here in a little bit. By the way, today is Hank's birthday.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, Dale just told me.
So we'll have the treasure that is the Cowboy fan Hank coming up here in a little bit. Larry Obama is scheduled to join us right around 7:25 this morning, and the entertainment page at 7:45 this hour. But this segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the fine folks of
MillersHomeComfort.com.
Locally owned since 1978. 40 years of serving the comfort needs of Hampton Roads. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. One place to go is
MillersHomeComfort.com.
Also, let me just throw in there that Miller's also now does insulation, energy efficiency, and general handyman work there, Suave.
Nice. Yes.
In case you're wondering. Because I'm
Thanks,
sure
man.
there are some projects around the house that you need to get to.
Absolutely.
And you can call Miller's. The sports professors. Aaron Moore is out. Doug Tuttle is in. So if Aaron is out today, does that mean he took a major loss on the Super Bowl on Sunday and he just can't show his face and might be hiding from someone? Is that what we're talking about this morning, Doug?
No, he texted me and said he was able to make a small profit at the last second. So he's good. He's just he fell victim to that bubonic plague that is seems to be creeping around everywhere these days.
Is that an unwritten rule to ask a dude after the Super Bowl how much money you won?
No, I mean,
a little bit of taboo, maybe? A little bit of taboo, maybe?
You know, gambling etiquette, cheering on the opposing team, knowing they've got a bet on it. There's just certain things that you just don't want. You don't want to be that guy type of. But that most people are transparent, especially people that do it for a living. I mean, they post a lot of their picks on either the Action app or, various, they'll post their card on X. And so that's, whether or not they've got winners or losers.
So give me your takeaways, just kind of general impressions, the fallout with Super Bowl 59, and how did the books do? I mean, not really sure how many people had Philadelphia in the over on that one, but I think a lot of people, because the line really did not move. How much did it move before kickoff?
I didn't check that particular line pre-kickoff. I mean, it hovered between 1 and 1.5 the entire time. I don't know. And the Super Bowl is probably not the best snapshot for as far as line movement because so much public money is bet on that game. It doesn't really, a book may have more exposure in New Jersey. I mean, obviously, like East Coast books are probably going to have more Philly money than a Midwest book, right? Like, so the lines are going to vary whether you get, like Rivers in Chicago may have a lot more Kansas City money than Rivers in Portsmouth, Virginia, right? Mm-hmm. But, I think it was a mixed bag. I mean, they were obviously profitable on the Super Bowl. I mean, you get people that bet things that are just out of this world. I'm never placed. I mean, I did bet the coin flip. Tails never fails. I popped it again.
Never fails, man. I was thinking about you. Mm-hmm.
But there's so many things to bet on the Super Bowl. The Gatorade color, the length of the anthem, and they just put so much of these yuppie bets out there that snap up a lot of the profit for the books. That guys that bet, I gave out under. I wanted to wait till the last second, bet under Saquon yards. The game script was exactly what I thought it was. That cashed. I thought Devontae Smith would have a decent game. He did. I bet the over 2.5 passers. Kenny Pickett came through for me at the last second, but there was a lot of ways we could have won that bet. We either trick plays or a guy goes into concussion protocol. I just kind of wrapped my mind around how I wanted to bet that. But Philly came out of the gate strong. I mean, they dominated the line of scrimmage from the start, and truly the game went over because Philly just kind of said, we're going to let these guys chew clock and score. I mean, if they'd put the pedal to the metal and just decided they wanted to kick their teeth in, that game probably goes under. 49.5 is where I think it closed.
Doug Tuttle is joining us, the Sports Professors. We do it each and every Wednesday at this time right here on the Morning Drive. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. I know Jalen came up a little bit short on my prop, 4 yards, I think it was. That was a nice little bad beat. I think he came up, 221 or something like that, and I sat at 225. So,
and Mahomes went over in that in garbage time. So
in garbage time.
That got a lot
of course he did. He screwed me twice. So that's fine.
There was a bad beat that actually came out that a few buddies of mine hit me up about. There was a prop out there that sat at about 80-1 for a quarterback to have negative rushing yards. And I think the thought process was when they put Pickett in, he was going to take a knee and get -1 rushing yard, and it didn't happen. So
not only that, but the Jahan Dotson, the odds of him. Did you have him scored a touchdown?
No, I didn't. Well, the best odds were first touchdown, but a guy I respect, Weston Stradman, he's actually at Guy in Cornfields on X, messaged me and said, hey, DraftKings has got his over-under receiving yards at 2.5 at a pretty decent price. I suggest you bet that. And I think it was the first drive of the game he got it. So, and then he called another a decent one. And I'm like, the guy might get 100 yards if you laddered that. I wasn't certainly going to go down that path, but the Dotson touchdown, first touchdown was like 100-1. So that was another one. A yard short of that.
Yeah. I actually had that as one of my bets, was Jahan Dotson to get a touchdown. When he came up a little bit short, I said, forget it. I'm not even live betting at this point. The fact that he had a touchdown, but he came up 2 yards short, and then, of course, they push it. And then I didn't get my octopus. I'm thinking Jalen Hurts, go for the 2. Nothing there. Had a little bit on overtime possibly with Kansas City all year long, taking teams down to the wire. That didn't happen. Is it too early to start talking about NFL futures for next year?
Yes and no. With a lot of the deals swirling, the sentiment from, like Cincinnati, for instance, they're sitting at 20-1. A lot of the sentiment coming out of that camp is that they're going to try to keep the band together but their defense was really their problem this year. So they've got a lot of work to do. If you like a Green Bay, yeah. If you like, a Rams team, a Chargers team, sure. I'd probably grab them early. If you're thinking more chalk, I'd say probably wait. Because you really never know. They haven't released the schedule for next year, so you really don't have a sense of strength of schedule. And if you're thinking the Chiefs are going to be back in it, it's almost unbettable at the price right now. You kind of want to wait and see if they get off to a slow start and you can get them in a double digit. So the timing of the bet, it's kind of like the stock market. You kind of buy the rumor and sell the news, right? And so, if you like what you're hearing, if you're following beat reporters on a particular team, and the overall sentiment is that, hey, we're keeping the band back together and we're going to make some off-season acquisitions to shore up some holes in, whatever their hole was. Then you may want to go ahead and place the bet. But if you're going to play a chalk line like a Philly to two-peat or right now, think your Power 5 teams are almost unbettable. You can't get a double-digit, and at that point you're, it's tying money up for a year, and then there's so many unknowns, and it's a violent sport, so injuries occur. I tend to, if you've got some advantage or you feel like you've got some value, I'd bet it. But if you're playing chalk, it's just
Doug
wait till
Tuttle
the season starts.
Yeah, Doug Tuttle is joining us here on the program, Sports Professors. Daytona 500 is this weekend. Are you a racing guy? Do you get into it? I was looking at the odds earlier this morning. Looks like Kyle Busch is your favorite at plus 1,100. Denny Hamlin is right there. Ryan Blaney. Do you get into the racing at all on the gambling side?
Yeah, I do. I don't bet it much. Aaron and I are in a pool together this year, but it's one of those random things. You get 3 random numbers and you get random drivers based on the pole position. I think that this race in Talladega are probably 2 of the toughest races to handicap because they induce so many big accidents that just wipe a ton of the field out.
Yeah.
And so, when I look at how to approach this, I don't know that I bet anything pre-pole position on a winner just because there's a lot of unknowns. I think there's some value looking at some historical plays on, say, like a Bubba Wallace top 5. He's finished runner-up in 2 of the last, I think it was 18 and 21. I could have those dates wrong. And his average finish position is 9.6. So, maybe grab a top 10 at plus money as well. McDowell's average position is 11.1. He's plus 100 to make the top 10. And here's a sneaky good one too. Hamlin actually has done really well at Daytona in the past. I mean, his top 5 is plus 140, and he has 8 top 5 finishes. So if I was going to approach it, I probably would do it from that standpoint and less from a winning standpoint. Now, you always have the opportunity to go in race and take a live winner, and that's probably how I would do it, just to see if somebody's car seems to be outperforming others, and it just looks like you may get some value there. But I don't know. This in Talladega, like pre-flop, pre-pole, pre-race, very, 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 very tough to find value because your implied probability of winning is single digit, and you're getting a 10-1. Like it doesn't make any financial sense.
Yeah, I thought I saw too on it was either FanDuel or DraftKings where you could also pick the manufacturer, the winning manufacturer. I saw Ford at about a plus 140, 145. To me, that seems like a pretty good bet.
That's yeah. I mean, anything like that's going to be good. They give you a multiple car offering to at positive money to win the bet. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I approach these races because, again, everybody kind of waits on that big crash to happen, and it usually always does. And if you just happen to have the ticket on the guy that gets caught in the crossfire of that, I mean, you might as well. It becomes a coaster real quick, an expensive one.
Doug Tuttle is joining us. At what point do you start now to transition the mindset to you got MLB that's right around the corner. We're still in the heart of the NBA. College hoops is starting to heat up now as we get closer to March. So where's the mind at now that the NFL season is over?
So I've been betting MLB for a couple months now. The Caesars is typically the one, and I do a lot more futures, and futures not necessarily in win the NL, win the AL or World Series, but futures as far as like strikeout leaders and stolen base leaders, hits leaders. I do a pretty big analysis on that, and I pull 3 years of data out of FanGraphs and kind of put that side by side against the last year's finish, and then kind of just comb through the data and try to find some value where value can be found. But, as far as NBA goes, my bets have been in for a while now. So really I'm just looking for hedge plays. I've got some pretty live ones on Towns. I've got him somewhere from 600 to 1 down to 150 to 1 to be rebound leader. He's averaging like less than a rebound behind Sabonis. So I'm looking for a way to monetize that, whether that I post that on prop swaps and sell it because I have multiple tickets, I probably will sell a few and try to cash something. And then as far as the baseball stuff goes, we're still waiting to hear some things. So, like, one of the plays that I'm eyeballing right now on the baseball side is Bregman really hasn't found a home yet. It looks like he probably will settle with the Cubs, but if he lands in Boston, he's 80 to 1 right now for doubles leader, and that the monster is just primed for him to bang a bunch off there. So there's some good value there. Wiley Adames, now that he's with the Giants, I mean, he's 100 to 1 RBI leader. Guy bats fourth in the order with a pretty stout lineup. You've got your, of course, you've got your chalky bets on Dodgers because that lineup is just incredible. But there's a sneaky good play on Xavier Edwards. I mean, he's supposed to be the everyday shortstop this year in Miami. His stolen base number to lead is 22 to 1. He played 70 games last year and stole, I think, 31 bases. So that's a pretty good clip. A stolen base every other game is pretty good. So those are the plays I'm looking at. I'd give some other stuff out, but the numbers are stale. I'm really big on this guy, Robbie Ray. I don't know if you're familiar with him. His K to 9 ratio is incredible. And I mean, I was hoping to get something north of 100. He opened a couple months ago at Caesars at 90 to 1, and I played that pretty heavy. And I don't think you can find better than about 40 to 1 right now.
Hey, good stuff. They join us each and every Wednesday at this time. They are the sports professors, so we'll kind of transition from the NFL, talk a little racing, we'll talk a little Major League Baseball, the NBA, college hoops is heating up. Always a pleasure, my friend. Enjoy the week. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, the one and only Doug Tuttle joining us here on the program, and Suave is writing down as we speak. He's going to take the Fords this weekend in the Daytona 500. You going to bet
on the Daytona, Suave?
Come on, Suave. Dive into a little racing.
Come on.
We know you did not do well with the college and the NFL.
You got to make it back.
Wait.
Chase your
One
losses.
game over win. I was 4-3.
Well, come on, 7 games. Let's dive into the Daytona 500.
Listen, the
this week.
payout, if you pick one driver and it hits, the payout for that Suave, it's unlike anything you've ever
I
seen.
gotta know these drivers, y'all.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
Well,
don't.
I'll give you
Trust
this
me.
background information. Local guy, Denny Hamlin, he's won it a lot.
Yeah, I know Hamlin. I definitely know him. You know him. It's like, is Tony Stewart still racing?
No.
Exactly.
He stopped quite a while.
Yeah, Kyle Busch, Danny Hamlin.
You know what?
Exactly.
Maybe you're right, Swab.
You just convinced Johnny otherwise.
Maybe you are right. Let's stick to NBA All-Star game.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. We need to go to break.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
We need to go to break.
All right.
Exactly.
It does not matter. Hey, this segment of the Morning Drive is represented by the personal injury law firm of Williams Deloche. Do you know what to do after a serious injury? More important, what to avoid. Did you know nearly 75% of personal injury victims receive less compensation than they deserved due to early mistakes in the claims process? Yeah, if you are injured in an accident or suffer any type of personal injury, my first call, your first call, should be to Williams Deloche. Call them today, 757-547-5555. That's 757-547-5555. Or visit them online at wd-law.com. All right, straight ahead, we'll get his thoughts on the Super Bowl. Signing day last week, the VHSL in the news yesterday. He's a man of many talents. One of those is showing up on our radio program. Larry Obama, he's up next. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by True Green. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on 64 westbound between Chesapeake Boulevard and Tidewater Drive. The center lane is blocked due to a crash on 264 westbound, causing heavy traffic between Waterside Drive and Berkeley Bridge. Heading west on 564, expect heavy traffic between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And we're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic on 664 northbound between 17 and College Drive. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn for less than you think. Sign up at truegreen.com. That's TRUgreen.com. True Green.
I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee around 48 hours after the injury, or if the knee feels unstable or wobbly. Those are all signs you should see a CHKD sports medicine specialist. Our sports medicine physicians, surgeons, athletic trainers, and physical therapists understand the needs of growing athletes and tailor treatment to fit each child's age and level of activity. Our goal is to accurately diagnose the problem in a timely fashion and provide the treatment that will ensure a safe return to activity. Kids want to play, and we want to help them get back in the game. To learn more, visit chkd.org. Sports medicine at CHKD. We're more than a hospital.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better. And it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
No matter what the reason, Fox Sports 1310 AM is here to serve you. Visit wearebroadcasters.com to learn more and tell us how you depend on AM.
The new home for the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Hey, look, a little bit of a shift in the schedule here. Coming up at 7:45 this morning, we'll talk some NFL. Our buddy Hank, the scroll of Cowboy fan Hank. Cowboys are close. They're close.
Close, man.
We'll talk a little NFL coming up at 7:45. Entertainment page, what, 8:30 this morning? Okay. All right, that's good stuff right there.
Birthday boy.
But joining us right now, he is one of the best in the biz. We love when he drops by. You can follow him on the X at LH Rubama, the award-winning columnist for the Virginia Pilot, the Daily Press. No truth to the rumor that he is blowing off his significant other on Valentine's Day to go to the big fight on Friday night up at MSG. I do not know if that is true or not. Larry Rubama back of the program. Good morning, Boom. How are you?
Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing today? How's everything going?
So, any truth to the rumor?
Actually, I'm getting ready this morning to have hip replacement surgery.
Look at you.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. First time? Second time? Follow up?
No. Hopefully this will be the only time. But yeah.
What are you laughing at, Suave? I mean, there are dudes that have had hip replacement like twice.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's all that pickleball. See what happened, Larry? All that pickleball gotcha.
He was qualifying for the TV deal.
No, definitely not pickleball. So them years of running hurdles in college and high school and doing everything else that I've done, I guess, is wear and tear. So I got to get this thing fixed.
You got to do that hip mobility exercises, man. That's me at the gym. Sitting in the corner, my chair yoga, hip mobility exercises. Boy, it is sad. Let me tell you, it's absolutely sad. So, look, I want to talk a little bit about the fight coming up on Friday night, which is another big one. But first, let me just got to go right down the list. The latest announcement from the VHSL. We talked a little bit about this last week that Trump put out the executive order, and the VHSL has kind of fallen in line. A, are you surprised? And B, do you see any type of fallout with anybody in the state of Virginia?
No, I'm not surprised, and I don't see much fallout about it. I know I wrote a column about a year ago about a runner. I don't know if you remember. You've heard of Rochester Institute of Technology, because
Yes.
UB from New York. Well, they had a runner last year named Sadie Schreiner who competed at we had the Division III indoor national championships were held last year. And as I did more investigation, I found out that Sadie used to be a man and beat out several people, females, to get to this. And so I wrote a column just saying how I thought it's really unfair. I don't mind, competing, but to take away somebody else's spot. And I had even interviewed a president from a school called Houghton, which is near up in New York as well. And he just said that, here's an athlete, should have been there. Sadie beat him by that one spot. So I just think, when we look at that, it's great for competition. But when you look at state championships and things like that you are missing out on in the individual sports, that has a huge impact. And that's why I wrote the column last year. And I got a little bit, not much feedback from anybody. A lot of people were saying they were thankful that I wrote it. But I just feel, it's a very touchy topic, but it's one that I feel I had to speak up, especially being a former Division I athlete. You see that there is a difference. There's difference, and there's a little bit, as much as people say, there is a little bit of an advantage as well.
There's a big advantage. And
yeah,
look,
I'm glad you said
yeah. I mean, there is a big advantage. And look, I'm a little bit of a girl dad, right? I got a girl who finished up playing volleyball in college, and I got a son who plays baseball in college. And, I couldn't imagine my son playing a woman's sport.
Right. Or better yet, what if your daughter is playing an individual sport and loses out by 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah, like a tennis or swimming or something. We saw it in swimming this past year.
Exactly.
Swimming was a big deal up there in Pennsylvania. It was either Lehigh or Lafayette or one of those schools. We saw it in volleyball, college volleyball out on the West Coast. There were a lot of teams that protested the fact that you had men playing. So I got no problem with the rule whatsoever. Men stay with men, women stay with women, and then we move on. But I'm sure somebody will have an issue with it, and we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. High school hoops.
Yeah,
locally, a lot of movement. I think Woodside is still the top dog in the area, but 2 through 10, a little bit different.
Yeah, Oscar Smith is on a roll right now. They knocked off Kings Fork on the road, and I wrote the thing as a hostile environment. They won on the road, and they're rolling right now. I mean, Coach LeVar Griffin has them rolling right now, and then Green Run is the only team that was able to beat Oscar Smith this year. Lansdowne still playing well. Kings Fork, you still got to watch out for them. Lake Taylor knocked off Maury. This is the fun time. This is when everybody has a chance to be able to see what they can do and put it together. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun run as we get. I think next week is the last regular season, and then we get ready for the tournament. So it should be good times.
Answer me this though. One thing I do not understand is when you are doing the seedings for high school for the playoffs. Class B, Class 6, whatever it might be, Class 5, Class 6. Do you take the overall wins? Are we ranked? There used to be sort of a weight schedule on winning against the 5, winning against the 6. Did they just do away with all of that now?
No, they still got that whole system. Look, I have to go back to school and get a degree to be able to learn the whole thing. But no, it's a lot of different things that go on. And, one of the big things was that a lot of schools were playing weaker opponents because they wanted to build up their ratings. Because, get ready for and I can understand that. But it's still crazy. It's still crazy. I mean, the way they used to do it back in the day was you had the Beach District tournament. If you get first or second place, you advance on. But now, of course, we got 6 different classes. So it's kind of all out of whack right now. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get it to a situation that's going to please everybody, but it's crazy, especially when you look at Class 5. We got so many competitive teams in our area that we have 2 regions now. We have the A and the B region. Baseball, basketball, football. It's one of the toughest regions in the state, and so I don't. The fact that we have 6 different classes makes it that much tougher because everybody's trying to get in.
So we'll put you on the spot. Larry Rubama is the commissioner of the VHSL. What do you recommend? What is your solution?
Go back to 3 divisions. I think that's the best thing to do. When you look at the difference between 3 and 4 and 4 and 5, it's just a little bit. Go back to 3. Go back to the old districts. I can remember that used to be huge in our area, especially in basketball. The region championships used to be huge at Churchland. Then later on, it moved to Sloan, where you only had 2 teams that got out. And that's the way I think it needs to go back. But now, I hate to say it, everybody wants a trophy. So now we got 6 different classes. So you got different kids saying, "Well, we won a division. We won a." But you 6 divisions now. When it was 3 divisions, when you won a title, it meant something.
Yeah, Larry Rubama is joining us here on the program. You can follow him on the X at LH Rubama. Yes, J-Lo.
Yeah, no, I was just going to ask about your opinion, Larry, because I know I've talked with certain high school coaches that definitely won it. But do you have an opinion on region tournaments and them or district tournaments, them bringing it back potentially? Because a lot of coaches, they play these teams twice every year, and they don't have a big tournament at the end of the year. They used to do them. They did away with them in most districts. Just talk about that. Do you have an opinion? Do you think they should bring those back?
Well, because we have the 6 different classes, I don't think bringing them back really matters because they're going to look at that final record. So you win the district tournament doesn't mean anything. But here's what you do. If you're going to have the district tournament, go back to just playing one team. You're playing an opponent just one time. Don't have them playing 2 times.
Oh, yeah.
And the message up for Woodside as well, because Woodside, when I was talking to Coach Welsh, he would love to play in more of these big games. I mean, they played Marshall very well. But now he has to play a district tournament. I mean, his district schedule. And it's all these teams that, why should he play these teams? Play them one time, let him play somebody else outside of the state. Helps prepare them for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then he changed the home date every year.
Yeah. So, but no, if they do away with having to play everybody 2 times, then have a district tournament. But here's my thing: winning the district tournament, what would that really mean? I mean, it doesn't help you when he gets ready for the tournament.
Yeah, it's true.
No, it does not. I would love to see, why are we capped at like 23 games or 22 games? Seriously, look, private schools could go out, they could play 35 games, nobody cares.
Yeah.
And to me, when I look at high school is to prepare you for the next level if you want to go to college. So college basketball, you're playing 28, 29, 30, 35, depending upon where you go. Why are we just capping a high school at about 23 games? To your point of Woodside, then you got a little bit more flexibility to go out because right now you're stuck at 7 outside of your
right. If that, because they got 18 games they got to play inside their own district. I mean, come on. I mean, and so
none of it's really true competition.
No, nothing against the rest of the district, but when you're trying to, I remember when Norcom had Finney Smith. And they were playing teams from Colorado, teams from California. I mean, that really got to test them, and it helped out the state as well. But when you stuck the force to play in the way they have it now, it takes away. It takes away. And like I said, like you said too, Johnny, to be able to play teams from outside of the state and just see where you are nationally wise, that's the best thing. But unfortunately, our schools, local schools, don't have a chance to do that because of the district schedules.
Yeah, and I always enjoy, man, those holiday tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anytime you could do the holiday tournament over Christmas, MLK, you know what I mean? Those are pretty cool to get some of those teams from outside of the state that came in. You remember the days like when Felipe Lopez came to town? Right, that was awesome. Now, of course, he did play. He rolled his ankle and did not play, but the hype behind Felipe Lopez, the number 1 high school player in the country coming to town. Andrew Wiggins.
I was going to say,
was the same thing, right? At Huntington,
yeah.
Huntington Prep came up, and I think they played Cape Henry.
When Cape Henry had a great squad. I mean, that game was on national TV. That was an ESPN game. But now it's hard to get there. I'm sure that Woodside could get a game like that, down here playing somebody
absolutely.
Like that.
Let me ask you this, Larry, before I let you go. What was that one game or that one dude who came in from out of state that was must watch, that lived up to the advertisement? And I'm going to give you one, and I want to hear yours.
Okay. Well,
for me,
go ahead.
For me, I want to say it was played at Atlantic Shores when Tracy McGrady came to town. Okay. And he was the private school down in North Carolina that had like 4 dudes, Division I dudes. And I'll never forget, the gym was packed. It was standing room only. I was like a J-Lo. I was just kind of sitting at the table, baby faced, no business doing that. And it was in the first quarter. McGrady came down on a 3-on-2 and threw it off the backboard to himself. And I think for the remainder of the game, everybody was just on their feet. It was a buzz. Like, he lived up to everything you heard about it a little bit. This is before social media and everything else. But for me, it was Tracy McGrady. What about for you?
I'd never forget this one. I saw John Wall play at a game at Lansdowne. And, I had heard all this hype about him, but then I got to see him, and I was like, wow, this guy, he I was like, man. And then, of course, he went on and did the things that he did. But, yeah, John Wall was one. And if I could just do another, Andrew Wiggins. When I saw he jumped, we had a picture of him where his elbow was over the rim.
Wow.
It was just like, and then these guys go on. He's like, oh, man, okay, that was that. I remember that.
Yeah,
So,
another sneaky good one, and you'll appreciate this, was I think Kempsville used to host a holiday classic when JRE was playing. And Pearl Washington was in town, right? This was the late 80s, early 90s when Pearl was playing in high school. And that was fantastic because one of my buddies that I played with had the video of it. So we were watching the video of it one time, and it was pretty funny. It was just this blur, this like chubby blur that was all over the floor, just going in and out of all these dudes. We're like, who the hell is that? Oh, that's Pearl Washington. Get it. Right, one of the all-time greats.
A legend.
Yeah, good stuff. What are we working on this week going into the weekend? Besides the hip replacement.
Yeah, the hip replacement. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to be having a story on, I don't know if you remember Mario Mullen. He started ODU in Bayside. He's got a son that a lot of people know about. His son just started playing basketball last year. 6'7". He's averaging 11 points, 16 rebounds, 9 blocks. Woo. And so, yeah. But a lot of people don't know that is Mario's son. So I got a column running. It's either going to be tomorrow or Friday, just about this kid and him deciding to play basketball. His parents then forced him into playing it, and he decided as a junior he's going to play, and then he got to play one season with his father before his father passed last year. And so it's kind of just a story about him, carrying on that legacy of his father's name, and it's a nice story. Talking to the parents and talking to his grandparents, and it's a nice column. I think people will like This kid just persevering. You know, he could have quit basketball after his father passed, but
Sure.
he kept going, and he said, "You know what? My father will be proud," and he's improved tremendously. Still raw, but I mean, he's 6'7", and his mom was telling me he might grow to be 7 feet. So,
Wow.
yeah, he must be.
Yeah, he's long. He's long.
He's very
Plays
long,
over
very
there at
long.
Ocean Lakes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. All right, we'll check that out on the X at LH Rubama. Always a pleasure, my friend. Hey, best of luck with the surgery.
Thank you.
J-Lo is working on the fruit basket that we'll send you after the fact, so it's all good. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, take care, guys.
Thanks,
All
Larry.
right, there he is, the one and only Larry Rubama. If you missed any of the interview, you could check it out this afternoon on our YouTube page on the Kellum Mechanical Audio Vault on Cova Sports TV. This segment of the Morning Drive is presented by SOS. SoldOnSite.com, 757-460-1111. That's 757-460-1111. Does your home have you in distress? SOS will buy any property, any condition, anytime. Cash offer within 24 hours, close within 7 days. Don't stress. Give a call to SOS, 757-460-1111, or visit them online at soldonsite.com. All right, straight ahead. They're close. They're really close. Close to what? We'll answer that question with a scroll. That is straight ahead. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by True Green. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on 64 westbound between Chesapeake Boulevard and Tidewater Drive. The center lane is blocked due to a crash on 264 westbound, causing heavy traffic between Waterside Drive and Berkeley Bridge. Heading west on 564, expect heavy traffic between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And we're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic on 664 northbound between 17 and College Drive. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports 1310. He's live and he's local. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Hey, a reminder, coming up at 8:05 this morning, the boardroom is back. We will have our panelists. We'll debate Patty Mahomes' thoughts after the Super Bowl, another blowout loss. Has your impression, optics changed on one Patrick Mahomes? So we'll discuss that coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Also on the agenda this morning, where is my sheet here? The GOAT debate. Also, Luka made his debut on Monday. Do you think the marriage of Luka LeBron will work in the playoffs for the LA Lakers? So we'll talk about that coming up at 8:05 this morning. 8:30 this morning, Suave's entertainment page. Dave Chappelle is in the news. We'll get into that. And at 8:45, who we put in the porta potty this morning there, Suave? Got some nominees this morning. You will be surprised. You're going to be surprised at my nominee this morning. It's something that is very near and dear to my heart, and it breaks my heart seeing this man speak yesterday. Could not believe it. Hey, very quick, before we get to the scroll of Cowboy Fan Hank, did you hear the audio of Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? I sent you the audio.
Yeah, you just sent it to me.
Yeah. I just thought it was fantastic to listen to. Of course, Jimmy Fallon, NBC, The Tonight Show had a Jalen Hurts on, Super Bowl MVP, and one Saquon Barkley. And what is the topic? What is the number one topic if you're Jimmy Fallon that you want to ask Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley? Give me the number one question you want to ask. What do you think is going to be the number one question?
Probably maybe why he didn't break that rushing record.
Why he didn't break the rushing record? J-Lo, I ask you. You're Jimmy Fallon, host of The Tonight Show and BC. You got one question to ask both Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley sitting on the couch. What are you asking?
I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Okay, great. Once again, great drop in, Monty.
It better not be on some crazy like fashion tips.
Here you go. Go ahead and play it if you don't mind. Can you play that? Or is you got to move it over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll play that after the scroll.
Gotcha.
If we could get to that.
I get to you.
But the one question, if you can move it over.
I got you.
That was asked last night. I also want to get into the. Did you see the video and audio of John Rocker and Patrick Mahomes Sr. getting into it at Bourbon Street?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, John Rocker is a little bit different. Don't get me wrong. Went to social media and said, there's some video on Barstool Sports of these two getting into it in the streets. Where, by the way, why are you Patrick Mahomes Sr.? Why are you just wandering around Bourbon Street? Your son is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Stay in your room.
Oh, you must never.
No. I know who he is. Even more of a reason. Stay in your room because he really doesn't have security around him either. He's got some short dude trying to keep him out of a fight with John Rocker, who, by the way, John Rocker looks like he could wrestle right now in the WWE. The dude is jacked. You got two dudes who got issues that should not be wandering around by themselves on Bourbon Street. Man, if you get it, let me repost this. I got to repost it on our X account at Drive Johnny D. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it is great content. John Rocker's content, by the way, he had a comment on the video. Said, "Wish I laid him out right there and ruined his bleeping weekend even more. This bleeping loser can't take a damn joke." Well, okay. The best part of the video. They panned to a couple of bystanders, a couple of women just sipping some drinks, giving a side-eye look. Like, what are these boys doing? That's the best part of the video, man. These two women are like, what are these two doing? Unbelievable stuff.
So just to let you know, I have now got the video.
You do?
Yes, I have.
All right, tell Hank to hold tight real quick. Here is Jimmy Fallon, Tonight Show, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. The topic of conversation is, go ahead and hit it, Suave.
It's processing at the moment.
It's processing.
Yeah, it's processing.
You're killing me over
I
here.
know.
You just told me you had it.
I got it.
Are
See,
you sure?
I'm sure.
All right, please.
Let's do it.
The first one was doing what people are calling the tush push. Yeah. Is that what you call it?
It's not what I call it.
It's not what you call it. No.
Not what I call it.
What do you call it?
You know, I'm not going to say what I call it, but it's
okay, but it's not.
You know, everybody is came up with their own name for it. You know, the brotherly shove, the tush push, all these different things. It's not that.
It's not that.
No.
Okay.
I was shocked too because when I got there, I known as the tush push, but I didn't know if that's what it would be called. But I thought it was called that, and it's not called the tush push actually.
No. What is your role in the quote unquote tush push?
I think I have the easiest job, to be honest. I think I'm the one who pushes the tush.
Oh, he pushes the tush.
Wow.
Jalen Hurts will not disclose what they call it in the locker room. I guess that's a huge secret in Philadelphia. Maybe J-Lo would know since you're an Eagle fan. Maybe you could find out. You could talk to your people. But that's Saquon's job, is to push the tush. All right. We had that on the poll about a week ago. Would you rather be the pusher
or the tusher?
Or the tusher? Speaking of tushers, joining us right now, not in his normal spot, but today is his birthday.
Yes,
so
it
happy
is.
birthday to the one and only Cowboy fan, Hank. And in honor of that, the newest installment of the Scroll of Cowboy fan Hank.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
Normally he's got a bye day on a Wednesday. We give him off. But today is his birthday. We got about 5 or 6 minutes. Wanted to get him back on the program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a birthday edition. The Scroll of Hank. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's it going today?
Not bad. And yourself?
Sort of stole my thunder with the rocker thing because I reposted it last night. But that's all right.
Spectacular.
Look, man. This is what we got to start doing, y'all. Whenever this stuff happens, we got to come up with, it's like a street beef, and start figuring out who we're going to put on the undercard of the next Jake Paul fight. And I got John Rocker and Patrick Mahomes Sr. as one of the fights on the next Jake Paul undercard. So that's something I kind of pay attention to, and I think it's pretty funny. But you know that last night was cracking me out. Look, the worst part is they didn't fight. You know, I mean, they need to fight. If you're gonna come on and do all that huffing and puffing, go ahead and go at it, man. Let's see what each of you got. So that was my take on that. Did y'all see Keyshawn Johnson's top 10 list last night?
No, I did not.
All right, where do you think he's got Washington?
Oh, you're talking about
They're
teams.
in the top 10. Yeah, top 10 teams in the NFL.
I don't
Please
know,
don't
Hank.
please don't say you gotta say
Does he
three.
have him
Please.
behind Dallas?
Well, one would think so, considering how our quarterback thinks, but no. He's got him number 2, bro. He's got him number 2.
Clickbait, Hank. Clickbait.
I was going to go in another direction, but I'll leave it alone. Guys, we got to find me a baseball team, okay? Because y'all know I've quit on baseball, but in order for me to be productive on this show, we got to find me a ball squad. We got 162 games, to carry us through. So what? I mean, it can't be the Dodgers, it can't be the Yankees, it can't be the Red Sox, it can't be the Cubs, it can't be the Braves. It's got to be just some rando team.
Well, the Orioles are local. You can see all their
No.
games.
It's got to be somebody we don't talk about.
The Minnesota Twins.
So why? Let me ask you this. Hold on a second here. For the sake of our listening audience, why would I give you a team that nobody wants to talk about, yet you want to talk about them every day?
Because nobody talks about baseball anyway.
I don't know. I'm going to have to give this some thought.
Yeah, I mean, is there? I mean, the guy brought up Rob Ray or whatever his name was. Who's he play for?
How about the Texas Rangers?
How about the Cleveland Guardians?
I mean, the Cleveland. What are we talking about
their
here?
name. Speaking of Guardians, okay, there's 2 teams that have changed their name. Could you have done worse? Guardians and Commanders. What are we doing? I mean, it's just so weak-minded, man.
Yeah.
Look, Dak, bruh, somebody, can I put him in an MMA hold? And you ever seen those guys that are aggravated as crap with their opponent, and they hold the choke hold when the guy's unconscious just a little bit too long? That's what I want to do today. I just want to hold out another extra 3 to 4 seconds and make sure he's choked out. Man, shut your pie hole, dude. Just shut up. We're close. Look, Jerry Jones, that must be Jerry's illegitimate kid. That's what I think. I think he made Dak, and that's why he bought him off his farm. That and the guys on 105.3, what is it, whatever their little affiliate is. If you look at them guys, they all look like Stephen Jones. They all, except they wear beards to kind of disguise themselves. So I think Jerry's employing a lot of illegitimate kids on his show.
Wow.
So, I'm just tired of my team, bro. I really want him to trade Micah.
I can tell. Put him in the porta potty. Put him in the porta potty this morning.
The only reason I root for the Cowboys still is because of my love affair with Michael Parsons. I wanted him drafted. You know, we were all talking about Kyle Pitts and Patrick Surtain and all them, and I was like, we need Micah. And as luck would have it, we got him. And so that's probably the only thing to hold me on. I got one more thing, you guys. It's Black History Month, and I wanted to throw this out there because my first hero, and it's going to sound crazy, my first hero was Muhammad Ali. The man he used to say things like, it ain't bragging if you could back it up. Mm-hmm. He goes, you know, and he would talk things like, you know, he didn't go to war and got put in jail for it. And he said, I don't have anything against those Viet Congs. They're not the ones oppressing me. So as a young kid growing up, and trust me, my parents they didn't exactly like him. Okay, but I did. I love that man, and I love the way he carried himself. I love the fact that he stuck up for things, even though it put him in jail. And Muhammad Ali is my first hero, and I think saying that on my birthday holds a little something for me because I don't know, that man just inspired me. He just made me enjoy sports. He made me understand that, you know what, you can do certain things in life if you put your mind to it, and you don't have to listen to anybody. Be your own man, and I learned that from Muhammad Ali.
It's funny how you say that, Hank, because what I'm wearing in the studio is a Muhammad Ali T-shirt.
It is?
Yes,
it is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a Muhammad
I
Ali.
didn't tell without the Roman numerals today.
No Roman numerals today, but yeah.
Speaking of Roman numerals, can we go to just Super Bowl 60 next year?
That would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just stop, man. Roman numerals. I even put I on the end of my name sometimes because I'm a junior, just to mess with people. It's like, I, junior. It's a Roman numeral 2, clown. What do you think it is? Yeah.
Well, Hank, we want to say from all of us with the morning drive, happy birthday to you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the scroll of Cowboy fan Hank on this radio program. I don't know about the baseball conversation. I don't think I could talk baseball with Hank every single day. I just can't do it.
Be something else.
All right, we'll just talk Cowboys off season.
Pretty much.
All right, we can talk glory holes and we can talk about being close, right? We can talk about glory holes and being close. If we could just take that Dak right there, I think we're close, and put it with the glory holes. There we go. Just put it with both. Just combine the both of Dak talking about we're just so close and Jerry talking about glory holes. That's all we need on this radio program.
This is going
every single day.
This is going to go left.
I will be
we're so close
happy
to glory
camper.
hole.
All right. 7:58. Hey, straight ahead, the boardroom is back. We got a couple of topics we'll debate. Is Patty Mahomes still considered the GOAT after another Super Bowl loss? We'll discuss. It's the Morning Drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Another soggy and chilly day. Cloudy skies today with widespread rain. High temperatures only in the mid-40s. For tonight, we'll see temperatures in the 40s, still the chance for showers and plenty of clouds. For Thursday, mostly cloudy. Showers become a little more scattered as we go through the day, and we warm up. High temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
Philadelphia Eagles pass rusher Josh Sweat led a ferocious...
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer? together. Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Substitutes, and more.
Bring your resume and dress to impress from 11 to 3, Tuesday, February 25th at the Chesapeake Conference Center. For more details, visit TidewaterJobFair.com.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM, W265EF Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. Welcome to the Power Hour, and this is your Fox Sports Update. In college basketball, the Wooten Award, which awards the top 20 players in the National Conference in NCAA, goes to Cooper Flagg and Johnny Broome. In the NBA, Brandon Ingram, he said he got his money paid, and he loving it. He just got paid by the Toronto Raptors with worth $120 million to 3 years. Also in the NFL, Geno Smith says, I'm back as the quarterback. This comes from the new offensive coordinator Clint Cooper, who said in a press conference that he's planning to stick with Geno Smith as a primary play caller for the Seattle Seahawks. And lastly, Nevada just can't stop winning, as they won a state record $22.1 million off of the past Super Bowl. Now, this is coming from the CN Trader manager for BetMGM, says that the last Super Bowl was the single biggest betting event in the history of BetMGM. It was one of the best single game results in company history. Congratulations, Nevada. You just keep on winning. But coming up next, yes, they're here. It's the boardroom, and they're ready to talk GOAT conversations and more on the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Let's go ahead to the boardroom.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Good to be with you. 8:03 on a Wednesday. It's a hump day. Did Suave just congratulate the sports books? What's wrong with you?
They won.
They're always winning.
No, they took a loss. No.
Why are you congratulating the people that are winning all the time?
Hey. Well, if that's the case, people congratulating the Chiefs a lot. They wanted to see this dynasty. They wanted to see all this, so yeah.
Forget about the Chiefs.
Exactly.
Hey, good to be with you. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. The Fox Sports 1310 app. You can follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D. We are also broadcasting live and in living color this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. The entertainment page coming up in about 20 minutes. 8:45, we'll put a wrap. Some NFL news to get into today on the program. But joining us right now, we do it each and every Wednesday. It's the boardroom is back. Our panelists this morning, Brian Wurst, Jonathan Deloche. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you on this wet, rainy Just a miserable day in Hampton Roads. Everybody doing okay?
Doing well, Johnny. Doing well.
Great. Good morning, Brian. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. Doing well. Can't complain. A little wet and chilly, but at least it's not snow.
Yeah, at least it's not snow. This is what we call a napping day in radio when the show is over. Let's get into a little bit of conversation. Super Bowl 59 is over. Patrick Mahomes, who from a legacy standpoint, if he would have won, that would have been what now? 4 Super Bowls, would have been an elite company, 3 straight, 3-peat. Nobody's ever done it. Chasing, obviously, Tom Brady. Andy Reid is chasing Bill Belichick, but now he's lost. But not only did he lose, but they got blown out for the second time. It reminds a lot of people of that Tampa Bay Super Bowl. So the opinion, has it changed on Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT conversation, or are we kind of pressing the pause button on it? I'll start with you, Jonathan. When you talk about Patty Mahomes, we know what a win would have done. Now with a loss under his belt, now 3 wins, 2 losses, has your opinion changed on where Patrick Mahomes is with legacy?
Not at all. For the second time, his offensive line has totally let him down. I don't see this as Patrick Mahomes' downfall at all. He's made 5 Super Bowls now. He's won 3. We know that Tom Brady made 10 Super Bowls, but he actually lost 3 of those as well. So it's a little early it's a little early to take Patrick Mahomes out of that GOAT conversation. He's still got plenty of time. He's still got plenty of game. He's still young as quarterbacks go. So no, I think getting there, having the chance for a 3-peat certainly helps his legacy. Certainly would have helped it a lot more if he had actually won it. But nonetheless, he's gotten there now 5 times in a very short span. The team is still growing, rebuilding. They add a couple of receivers to that squad. They're going to play a lot better. Defense is still doing very well. I think it's defense that primarily got them to where they were this year. So put a couple of offensive weapons for Patrick Mahomes. I think they'll get back there again.
So, Brian, I asked you the same question, right, with Patrick Mahomes. What could have been when we talk about the conversation with Tom Brady? And to Jonathan's point, the trajectory is still there, right? He's still on track, but you do need a lot of things to fall into place. Is the GOAT conversation for now, though, on pause?
I don't think so. I mean, he is still a phenomenal player. And they ran into the top defense in the league, and it goes back, defense wins championships. And, I should have saw this coming. I picked the Chiefs just because I thought like he was going to be the X factor. But that defense was definitely, they took control of that offensive line. They rushed him. They put him in situations he wasn't used to. They sacked him more times than I can't remember the last time he's been sacked that many times in a single game. So I just think that the defense definitely showed up. The offensive line did not help him, but I mean, still he beat very good teams. Yes, marginally, maybe some help with the refs. Still jury's out on that one, but I think he's still a phenomenal player, and I would want him on my team. If we're repicking, I mean, I'm not going to take him over Jaden Daniels now. I like where the Commanders are at.
Of course you're not.
But, as far as it goes, he's on the team. Like, no way am I changing my opinion about him. He is still a phenomenal player.
Yeah, the trajectory is still there. Super Bowl career, by the way, Tom Brady, 7-3, completion percentage, 65%, yards per game, about 304, TD to interception, 21-6, with a passer rating of 97. Mahomes now 3-2, completion percentage, 65, only 255 yards per game and 10-7 TD to interception ratio with passing rating of 86. So still a lot of football left in Patrick Mahomes' career. As a Buffalo fan, look, I hope he's still not on that trajectory. I got to be honest. I'm getting a little bit tired of him, but we will see. So the GOAT conversation is still at play. Another big story last week and earlier this week, Luka Doncic has been traded, obviously, from Dallas to the L.A. Lakers, which sent shockwaves during Super Bowl week. He made his debut on Monday night. But a lot of the experts in the NBA, and I'll start with you, Brian, on this, a lot of the experts in the NBA are going, look, you're taking a ball-dominant guy, Luka Doncic, and putting him with a ball-dominant greatest of all time, possibly a LeBron James. While maybe in the regular season that looks pretty good, can that marriage work in the postseason when it matters the most? Because you're arguably talking about 2 top 5 guys right now in the NBA. So, Brian, I ask you the question. The Luka-LeBron marriage, will it work in the postseason?
I think it can. I think LeBron's definitely, he's alpha. He's a team leader. He wants the ball in those clutch situations. But I think if, they can share the ball, they can share the roles, it's going to be hard to stop either one of them because Luka can have the ball, LeBron can have the ball. I mean, geez, if you run it around Austin Reeves and he has options to go to LeBron or Luka, I think they have to tweak that offense to make sure that they're both getting, their time. But I think they can play together. And that's a crazy trade to me. I don't know why you'd let a player like Luka go. I don't know. But, you saw what LeBron did with the Heat. And they built a championship team. And I think with the pieces that the Lakers have now, I think they can be a huge threat in the West. A huge threat. If they can play together, and LeBron's shown that he can do it before, I think that they're going to be very hard to beat.
Jonathan, I asked you the same question. Also bring up the fact that it's funny, they were talking about Luka Doncic was the one who signed off on the Mark Williams trade, not necessarily LeBron James. And if you watch the starting lineups the other night, LeBron went second to last and Luka went last. So it's almost like they're passing the torch out in L.A., but will it work in the postseason?
Well, let's preface this by saying I am a Celtics fan. I've been a Celtics fan all my life. So this was a shocking trade for me to see, especially since the C's just got their 18th World Championship with the Lakers one behind. I'm not sure. The jury is out on this one as to whether this is going to work in the playoffs or not. Obviously, getting rid of Anthony Davis has definitely defensively strapped the Lakers. Luka is not known for his defense. He's not a good defensive player. He is all offense. And so the Lakers giving up a lot of defensive prowess by losing Anthony Davis, it's going to be tough to see what they're going to do in the playoffs when they play a team like the Nuggets, who is now for the Lakers going to match up on Jokic. The jury is out on this. I'm not sure it's going to work. Obviously, it's something splashy, which LA is always looking for. But to see whether it's going to be a practical success, we'll just have to wait and see. I think the West has got some tough competition in there this year, especially with Oklahoma City. Of course, the Nuggets are going to be there. Obviously, the Wolves, but I'm still going to hold true to my Eastern Conference. Say whoever wins the Eastern Conference is going to win the NBA World Championship this year. But certainly, this trade makes things a little bit more interesting going forward.
It does, but we're about to see a trade get rescinded, but then unrescind, and then possibly rescinded again. So we'll kind of be on the back burner here about what's going to go on with Mark Williams. It is the boardroom, 812 on the program. Of course, Brian Wurst, Jonathan Deloche joining us here as we wrap it up on a Wednesday morning. Hey, very quick, just want to throw it in there. I know I'm not giving each of you a heads up. Just, Jonathan, you mentioned you're a Boston fan. I do not know if you're a Dallas fan. I know Brian is not a Dallas fan. Dak Prescott says the Cowboys are close. Do you agree or disagree? I'll start with you, Jonathan. Dallas, Dak says they're close. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. I think signing Michael Parsons is going to be a tough task for them. Definitely Dallas is cap-strapped with the signings of Dak and, of course, CeeDee Lamb. So if they do not get Parsons, I do not see that they're going to have much of a chance. I also preface this by saying I'm like Brian, am a Commanders fan, and
there you go.
Our trajectory much higher than the Cowboys right now. So I think they're a few players away from being a serious run of these.
Yeah, Brian, are you going to be politically correct on this answer? Or just coming right out of the gate?
I'm going to say it. The Cowboys are definitely close to third place in the NFC East.
There it is.
They're definitely close. Yeah. They're right there, third place for a long time. And if the Giants can get something together, they're going to be last.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the boardroom. Brian Worst, Jonathan Deloche. Before we let you go, just got to plug the business a little bit. I'll start with you, Jonathan. Talk a little bit about what you guys got going on.
We're at the law firm of Williams Deloche, my partner Wayne Williams and I. We do personal injury work, automobile accidents, slip and falls, dog bites. We do specialize in nursing home litigation. So for our aging population, for those folks who have loved ones in a nursing home, if they feel that they're being abused or neglected, please give us a call, 547-5555.
All right, good stuff, Brian.
Absolutely. Owner broker at A Better Way Realty. We focus in selling residential real estate, whether buying or selling. Give us a call. Any seller, any situation. If you've got a home that needs a lot of work, you need to get rid of it fast. We have a cash offer program. We can get you a cash offer in 24 hours. If your home needs a little work before hitting the market and you don't have the money to do it, we have up to $30,000 in pre-listing renovation money available to you. And that can be paid back at closing. So basically no money out of your pocket. We can make your home look like a model home with our Class A contractors and get you top dollar on the market. And if your home is a traditional listing, our marketing is, bar none. We do a ton of marketing to help you get the most for your home. So if it's ready to go, give us a call. We can help you sell it. 424-9007.
Great. Thank you again. Once again, Brian Worst, A Better Way Realty, Jonathan Deloche, Williams Deloche. Hey, appreciate it, fellas. Thank you very much. We will talk to you again real soon.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, the boardroom, 8:15 on this Wednesday on the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, and, of course, the Fox Sports 1310 app. Cova Sports YouTube, the stream is up and rolling. The comment box is open this morning. If you want to comment, we'll read it over the air. Hank has chimed in this morning. He's got a lot to say this morning.
Yeah.
He did say that Cliff Kingsbury would be a fool to take a lateral move and leave JD5. I don't think he would be a fool. You can't tell me that anybody, even you Commander homers, can tell me Jalen Hurts is not a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels. You can't tell me that.
At this moment, yes. He's a better quarterback.
Okay. You can't tell me that Philadelphia's offensive line is better than the Washington Commanders, correct?
Correct. Top to bottom, the Philadelphia Eagles got a better roster
You
than
can't
Washington.
tell me the running back situation in Philadelphia is not better than what you have in Washington.
I mean, yeah.
You can't tell me that the wide receiving core is not better than Terry McLaurin and then whoever you want to line them up next to.
That's correct. Yeah.
Then how is it crazy? How is it? You're making it sound like Jalen Hurts is not 35 years old. How old is Jalen Hurts?
Like 26.
Like 26, 27.
He's 26, 27. He's got 2 Super Bowls under his belt. He has beaten the so-called GOAT really statistically twice in the biggest game, on the biggest stage. It's not crazy, Hank. I'm telling you. Warpath. Well, that was interesting. Gibbs has chimed in this morning. Has anyone mentioned the John Rocker, Pat Mahomes Sr. dust up on Bourbon Street over the weekend? Yes, we just did. And, in fact, we reposted the video on our X account at Drive Johnny D. You can check it out. And good morning to Jide4, who says, what do you think about the Virginia Beach Mustangs? J-Lo, that's sort of your sweet spot, is it not? Do the Mustangs, do they do the 7-on-7 as well or no?
They do, yeah. No, they're really talented. I'll tell you what, man, because you get some of that youth football at the Sportsplex this past fall. They get some of the tournaments and stuff. They're unbelievable. Coach Bruce, I forget his last name for some reason, unbelievable. Mustangs are a lot of fun to watch, man, especially across all youth football. Definitely one of the best.
But do they do the 7-on-7? I know 7-on-7 is big in the spring.
They do, yes.
They do all that stuff. Okay. It's good stuff. That's a big thing now.
Mm-hmm.
The 7-on-7. 8:17, a reminder that we are broadcasting live for the OVM Financial Studios here in Virginia Beach. OVM Financial with Annie Mac Home Mortgage, serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you could trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com, NMLS 338923, equal opportunity lender. Get moving, get buying. I have used OVM. I used it for my first home, my latest home, a refinance. I encourage you to do the same. Call them today, 757-407-7023, or visit them online at ovmfinancial.com. All right, straight ahead. Suave opens up the entertainment page you do not want to miss. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Discover. Expect heavy traffic heading east on 264 between Des Moines Avenue and Berkeley Bridge. For those of you heading north on 464, expect delays between Main Street and 264. We're seeing a lot of stopping and starting on 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard, and you can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on 664 northbound between US 17 and College Drive. I'm Elena Vexo on Fox Sports 1310.
Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime...
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Your local trusted fine jeweler.
New year, new deals at Southern Chevrolet Chesapeake. Huge savings on remaining new 24 inventory. Low APR financing available. Plus up to $1,000 extra for your trade-in. See Southern Chevrolet today. SouthernChevroletRocks.com. Call 844-255-2475 for details.
The Fox Sports Radio 1310 new mobile app is designed to bring you closer to the action than ever before. Its features include open mic, get your voice heard, be part of the discussion, and connect with fellow passionate sports fans. 24/7 live streaming, plus contests and giveaways where you can enter for your chance to take home amazing prizes. The app also includes local events and sports news and updates. Download the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment. The new home for the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo, on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Great to be with you. 822 Morning Drive. Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310. A reminder, follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D. We will update the Pacer payroll poll question coming up here in a little bit. Polls are still open. Also, comment on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. It is a hump day, your hump day hot takes via the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line this morning at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. I do got a couple of texts that I want to get to real quick, and then we got Suave's entertainment page. 540 chimes in. Dallas is close to what? Being as bad as the Giants? To Jerry kicking the bucket? Not bad. Could be close. The 434 chimes in. I'll get to that in a second. Hold on. I got to wait on that one. 757. JD has lost his mind. Cliff ain't going nowhere. He should leave when JD is a free agent at a package deal. I think he's talking about Jada Daniels.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What was that movie with Al Pacino?
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday,
Yeah.
right? When he semi-retires, but he goes to the expansion team and he takes his Jamie Foxx. Willie Beeman.
Yeah.
Old steaming Willie Beeman.
Yes, sir.
Takes him with him. That was good stuff.
I love that movie.
Great, by the way, inspirational speech. When
Yes.
you're talking about inches.
Game of inches, yes.
It's a game of inches. I don't know if we could play that on the air. It's got some salty language. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can just bleep it out.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Come on. 757, the hot take. Commanders huge step back next season on offense. Look at the Texans. And look, C.J. Stroud had a great rookie year. I think he took a step back. Some injuries, though, with Stephon Diggs going out. And then you had, who's the wide receiver that went out?
Nico Collins.
Right, but you got Tank Dell there, and you got Joey Mixon.
And they still went to the playoffs.
Yeah, still went to the playoffs.
And
Defense.
Yep.
Defense was the reason.
Yep. And it should have beat the Chiefs, but we know how that story goes.
The 804, criminal MJ halftime, not top 5. Maybe it's these same voters for the MVP. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Raven fans, get over it. Lamar lost. He is not an MVP this year. It's okay. You're going to be just fine.
Jayla, I want to trigger Johnny D so bad, man.
You're going to be just fine. Get over it.
Get
over it.
That list there, Suave, huh?
That list.
That
list.
That list.
You know, I was talking.
What list?
Should we talk about this
Yes.
right now?
You can talk about it.
There was this list that came out from Kurt Benkert, the former UVA quarterback who's now in sports media.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with his way too early predictions for, I'm going to try and pull up the list here really quick, for his top quarterbacks in the NFL for the next season.
Okay.
And he had them listed 1 through, I think, 20.
All right.
I'm pulling it up here.
Before he pull up, John D, I need you just breathe. Just breathe.
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I know where this is going.
I don't think you
And
know
it's
this is going.
okay.
Oh, it's even more than you think. I was trying to, how long ago did you post this? My goodness. Okay. So number 1, Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4, Jaden Daniels. Coming in at number 5 is Patrick Mahomes. Number 6, Justin Herbert. Number 7, Jalen Hurts. Number 8, Matt Stafford. 9, CJ Stroud. 10, Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Number 11, Baker Mayfield. Truly
Okay.
low.
That's enough right there.
And then the only other one I was going to drop in, number 16, all the way down at 16, is Jared Goff.
So the question is, though, does he give a reason why?
He just has a list.
Okay, so he's just put up a list.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason, no justification. This coming from a dude who played quarterback in Virginia
he
for
says
1
at
year.
the bottom, this is a blend of them
Okay.
as a player, the situation they're in, and
Gotcha.
context of the players around.
This
them.
is the person that need to get on the air.
No, that's fine. Yeah, get him on the air.
Get him on the air.
I can effort that. Kurt
Yes.
Becker's
Why,
awesome.
why don't you effort getting your UVA guy on?
We'll do.
Okay. And then when we get him on, we'll talk about his career at UVA.
Sure.
All right.
He's a great sports
Patty!
media guy.
Not being petty. We'll talk about his career. I didn't say anything. I just said we'll talk about his 1 year at UVA after, 3 years at East Carolina. That's all.
Sure.
I'm not trying to be petty about it. I'm just saying, again, the justification of putting Lamar Jackson number 1. I don't understand. Look, you want to put Lamar ahead of Josh, fine. Go right ahead. Do it. Don't put him ahead of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Or Patrick Mahomes.
Again,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? This guy's just trying to get clicks. So get him on the program if you don't mind.
I'll try. Yep.
No. Don't try. Make it happen. Go with your Cavaliers connection over there. You guys are one big happy family. You got 7 of you that root for UVA football, so it should be easy. The 434 chimes in, by the way. Speaking of Cavaliers, is a hot take. UVA fires Sanchez, hires Bennett's son to be the next head coach. Maybe they could score more than 60 points per game this season. This program is a train wreck. Okay. Any thoughts on that, Jalen?
No thoughts.
No? All right, get your boy Kirk on. And we'll have some lively conversation. Okay, we'll have some lively conversation. I'm just curious. Again, Baltimore fans, I totally get it. You're still upset. Your boy, look, Lamar, don't be upset about the fact that you didn't get to the Super Bowl again when you were one of the odds-on favorites again to get out of the AFC. And you could have beat, again, either Buffalo or Kansas City in the play. Don't worry about that. That's okay. But God forbid Lamar Jackson does not win his third MVP. That's what we're talking about in Baltimore. Shame. Shame. And then this clown is going to put Lamar up there in front of Jalen and Mahomes. I got to hear why. I just got to know why. The same way tomorrow on the program, our buddy Doug Gottlieb is going to be on the radio show at 8:30 tomorrow. And I got to ask the question about how can you be a college coach and also host a syndicated radio program? I don't understand.
It's a genuine question.
It is. Look, it's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
I know a lot of friends that coach on the college ranks. They don't have this type of free time. Maybe he's mastered something that nobody else knows about. But last time I checked, I got buddies watching 7 game films of one opponent.
Well, if he sure has mastered it. If it's an 18-game losing streak, that's a master right there.
Yeah, it's getting close to
Warpath, you ain't slick. I know. We know. Johnny D tried to do it.
What's that?
He said, we talk about his 1-year career. He says, what career? Quickest interview ever.
Quickest interview ever. Well, obviously, he's making a name for himself as being a NFL analyst. Like, what's his deal there, Jalen?
Yeah, he analyzes film. He'll break it down on YouTube, and he also
does is he a poor man Chase Daniel?
You could call it that, I guess.
Right? Yeah. Okay, like a wannabe Dan Orlovsky. Is that what we're talking about here? What? I'm not trying to be derogatory. I'm just asking the question.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get him on the program.
Yep.
And by the way, good morning to the Waterboy Network has joined in on a YouTube stream this morning. Says Cliff can carry his ass. Okay. I'm not saying he's going anywhere. I'm just saying if Philadelphia came calling. Look, if Howie Roseman picked up the phone today and said, Cliff, we love what you're doing with Jada Daniels. Great job. But we are a far superior organization than Washington right now. I am going to make you the highest paid OC. I am going to guarantee you a head coaching job next year, wherever you want to go, pretty much. That's open. By the way, have you seen the talent we've got on offense? Are you going to answer the call? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Okay?
And in the Warpath, we got another. He says, John asked that question. If Doug, he'll lose connection.
No, he won't. Trust me. He will not lose connection.
It'll be interesting for sure.
He will not lose
Warpath,
connection.
stay tuned, man. Make sure to like and share this. This might be one for the books, man.
I don't know why you guys are all giddy about it, man. We're gonna have we're gonna have an above board back and forth conversation. My questions are legit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
You're right. You are
Gottlieb has a lot of people that like him, don't like him, so it'll reach a big audience. That's what I'm saying.
There are a lot of people who don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I'm not alone. If you look at the fan boards, they talk about it all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, bro, you got a game on Saturday. You got another game on Saturday. You need to be present with your team that's in a little bit of a slide. What are you doing? What are you doing? Leaving your team to go to New Orleans? Like, what are you doing?
How can he afford all those flights?
You come up with the dumbest questions. What do you mean afford all those flights? Come on, what is that? Stop. The best part of tomorrow is going to be when I throw it to you because you're Mr. Anti-Doug Gottlieb on this show. You bring it up all the time. J-Lo, you bring it up all the time.
I brought it up once and you made
bring
a big deal.
You bring it up all the time, even behind the scenes, how you don't like the guy, and that's fine. You got your opinion. But will you ask him a question? Is there something you would like to ask him?
I mean, my main thing is the same thing as you. I don't know how you have the time to do both. That's my biggest thing, and how you can. I don't.
Why do you care?
It's just echoing everything that you're saying.
Why do you care? Might be the question. Might be the response. Why do you care, J-Lo? I'm not here to impress you. Are you a donor at the University of Wisconsin Green Bay? No. You are an affiliate. That's the whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. That's going to be tomorrow at 8:30. Also, the debut of Marissa's mailbag tomorrow, where our listeners will have an opportunity to ask questions of one Marissa regarding sports and relationships and everything else. So that is coming up on Thursday. And on Friday, NBA longtime voice Bob Rathman will join us. He is the voice of the Atlanta Hawks. We'll talk All-Star Game. And J-Lo tells me David Sampson.
Yes, Friday.
Is Friday at 7:05.
That's correct.
All right, so we'll talk all things All-Star Game, and we'll ask him about the Mavericks ownership situation.
Oh, boy.
And how they're handling that. All right. Look, I went a little bit on a rant there. I apologize.
No. This is good. This is good.
No, I'm going into your time, man. I got to be more respectful of your time.
No, because this is actually good because honestly, even down to the chat line, a lot of people want this. Like Warpath said, I want Johnny to unleash the petty. You are not the only one.
Yeah, we talked about this after the show.
After the show. Y'all know where he's from?
There's no pettiness.
You know where Johnny D's from?
There is no pettiness whatsoever. Look, I got a lot of respect for Gottlieb for the fact that he was a college basketball player. He started at Notre Dame. He went to Oklahoma State. He made a name for himself in the broadcast, right? He cut his teeth, I believe, at ESPN, Fox, done a nice job. Got a nice radio program in the afternoon right here on 1310. I listen. When I'm at the gym, I try to listen to it. If I go to the gym at about 3 o'clock. But I also am very passionate and very obsessed with coaching and knowing what it takes on the college ranks. And I think the funny thing, and it's going to surprise him, is two things. Number one, I've coached in college.
Yeah.
Okay, I have done that. Number one. And number two, I've also done a nationally syndicated radio show. So I know the preparation that goes into both.
Talk that talk, Johnny D. Talk that talk.
Just saying.
Talk that talk.
But I'm looking forward to an above-board conversation. David Foster chimes in this morning. Let J-Lo do the whole interview. That's not happening. J-Lo's going to run out of the studio, man. Dude's going to wet himself during the entire interview. That's what's going to happen. He's just he is so suave, out of his comfort zone right now, just even talking about it.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
No, you're not.
You're taking it completely out of context.
All right. And yes, please ask Doug if he will consider coaching UVA since Benner retired and J-Lo cried.
Wow.
Would you be okay with him transitioning over to UVA?
No.
Then it would become an issue.
It already is an issue.
No, then it would become a real issue, right? That's when it will become an issue, for certain. Can you give us an update of the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning, please?
Yes, sir. Our Pacer payroll poll questions.
Are you
of the
okay?
day.
By the way, did I offend you? I
No,
apologize.
You did not offend me.
You look a little bit down right now.
No, I'm good.
All right, get those spirits up.
I'm good.
You still got that Eagles bumper sticker. You're good.
I'm good.
You're good, man. You're riding around. You're feeling good. People are probably
fine.
honking at you. Suave, I was thinking about this. He's driving down the road.
Doing this.
And people are honking at him, doing a bird wave. And he's probably giving him a fist pump. Like, yeah, baby, Eagles. Or you think he's rolling down the window. Well, to be technical, it's not my car. It's my grandparents have gifted it to me, and they're filling it. Like, this is in traffic, having a conversation with somebody driving down the road.
Stare at you.
You know, Mr. Literal over here. Hey, look, I get it. I know the bumper sticker. I see it. Yeah, it's been on there for a while. Totally understand it. But man, I just want to let you know that I'm a Commanders fan. Don't let the bumper sticker fool you. Like, these are the conversations he's having in traffic right now. He at the stoplight, dude rolls down the window. E-A-G-L. Do you think he stops him and goes, well, look, to be honest, I'm really a Commanders fan.
He will say hail to the Redskins. And then if I look at him like, huh?
He's not even doing that. He's not doing hail at all.
You're crazy. Doing hail to the Commanders.
You kidding me? He's going right along with it. E-A-G-L. Yep.
No, I am not.
No, yes, you are. You're not rolling down the window to go, look, to be honest, it's not my car. It's my grandparents' car, and I'm driving it around, and they're Eagle fans, and I'm a Commander fan. But trust me, if I could take it off, I would take it off. Like, these are the conversations he's having at a red light.
What a great conversation! What a great conversation to have at a red light. Face serve, y'all. Let's go. Let's do it.
Face serve barrel poll questions of the day. Number 1: should Cliff Kingsbury consider leaving the Commanders to be the offensive coordinator at the Eagles? 89.5% of the votes say absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Can you? By the way, can you tag that to every Philadelphia fan board? I would love to see what Philadelphia fans would have to say about that. If Cliff Kingsbury had an opportunity to go to Philadelphia to be the OC, would they accept him with open arms?
Yeah, I think they would. Second Pace Serve Payroll poll question of the day. Is an assisted pull-up at the gym considered a real pull-up? 75% says no.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So I brought it up in hour number 1. I was at the gym, and there was a dude just busting off like 25 pull-ups, but he had the resisted band, which was helping him. And, he likes to consider those real pull-ups. I do not. I think assisted pull-ups are not real pull-ups. All right?
That's all we got.
That's all we got this morning. So the polls are open on the X at Drive Johnny D. You can also vote on the Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You can drop it into the comment box on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. A reminder, Tidewater Job Fair is coming. It is presented by MillersHomeComfort.com and Chesapeake Regional Healthcare. Tuesday, February 25th from 11 to 3 at the Chesapeake Conference Center. On-site interviews with dozens of local area businesses. For more information, go visit them online at TidewaterJobFair.com. Hey, straight ahead, we open up the entertainment page and our nominees for the porta potty today. It's a rainy day, too. This is a bad day to be stuck in the porta potty. We will discuss. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Discover. Expect heavy traffic heading east on 264 between Des Moines Avenue and Berkeley Bridge. For those of you heading north on 464, expect delays between Main Street and 264. We're seeing a lot of stopping and starting on 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And you can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on 664 northbound between US 17 and College Drive. I'm Elena Vexo on Fox Sports 1310.
Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Power failures are preventable.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
It's a new year. Looking for a new career? Join us for the Tidewater Job Fair, Tuesday, February 25th at the Chesapeake Conference Center. These top businesses are looking for you.
Looking for a job with security and growth? GFL Environmental is hiring. They're looking for drivers, welders, corporate professionals, and more. Join a team that's committed to your future and stability. Find your next career at GFL Environmental at Tidewater Job Fair.
Chesapeake
Shipbuilding, located in Salisbury, Maryland, has immediate openings for marine painters and pipe fitters. Chesapeake Shipbuilding offers extremely competitive pay and paid time off. Search open positions and apply online at ChesapeakeShipbuilding.com/careers.
Eastern State Hospital is now hiring for full-time positions in our nursing, food service, housekeeping, and public safety departments. Start your career in state service with competitive starting wages and excellent benefits. Visit jobs.virginia.gov, search Eastern State Hospital.
Bring your resume and dress to impress from 11 to 3, Tuesday, February 25th at the Chesapeake Conference Center. For more details, visit TidewaterJobFair.com.
The Doug Gottlieb Show.
Okay. Let's start with this. Finally nailed it, Gottlieb. Speaking of big deal, it's a big deal that Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl. But, I don't know, now we'll lose our minds over how we view Jalen Hurts, I guess, maybe, not sure. I think Jalen Hurts is good. I do. I mean, that game, to me, was dominated by the lines of the Eagles.
The Doug Gottlieb Show.
Weekday afternoons 3 to 5 on Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Great to be with you. 8:45, wrapping it up on a Wednesday. Coming up in about 5 minutes, Suave's entertainment page. I apologize to those who are big fans of the entertainment page. We have bumped it twice this morning. Just my fault. Nominees for the Porta Potty. I will get to those in a second, but joining us right now, friend of the program. He is our Commander fan. He is Paulie. Good morning, Paulie. How are you, my friend?
Hell to the W, man.
Hell
Johnny
to
D,
the
what's up?
W. How you
What's going
doing?
on, my guy?
I'm just being me there, Paulie. How are you?
Hey, man, you're the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Oh, I am
You know,
radio
matter of fact,
gold. I am radio gold.
Only person I know more petty than you is the Warpath, man. My man Petty C. He's super petty. I swear to God. I mean, y'all like brothers from another Caucasian mother. I swear, man.
I don't understand why. How do I come across as petty, Paulie? Explain to me.
You've been chomping at the bit, and you've been giving Pat Mahomes the business for 2-3 days now. I mean, Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, bro. Like you're not safe. You're not safe in the Baltimore area code right now. Okay. Just make sure if you go in the DMV area, you stay in the DMV area. Do not go to Baltimore, bro, because you're not safe right now.
I don't understand, Paulie. I mean, these are facts. They're fact. Like all these people in Baltimore want to be upset with me. There were 320 other dudes who voted for Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson. I didn't vote. I wasn't one of the voters.
You know what it was?
What was it?
Sorry for you. It was a we feel sorry for you MVP.
Okay. So is that what they felt like with Joel Embiid up at Philadelphia?
Listen, man. He can't beat his daddy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Lamar already has two. At this point, it doesn't really matter who's the MVP in the AFC. I mean, the Super Bowl still goes through Kansas City.
That's my point.
As much as you hate to admit it, the Super Bowl still goes through. So it doesn't matter who wins the MVP. So they just gave you a consolation prize. Now, I'll tell you what, though. If you do want to go to Baltimore, ride through Baltimore, just ride through there in my man Jack's old Eagle bumper sticker car. You should be all right.
I'm going to be fine. Look, I'm going to be fine. And what I'll do is in downtown Baltimore, when I get to the stoplight, I'll just roll down the window and say, hey, look, I know I got a Philadelphia bumper sticker, but that's okay. I'm a Commanders fan. Just give me a break.
No. They'll be like, man, is that Nick Foles and Cooper DeJean?
Wow. I may be petty, but I think you're being a little bit stereotypical this morning, Paul. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I'm always stereotypical. Hey, Cooper DeJean is not a safety. I'm always stereotypical, man.
I know you
hey,
are,
look,
man.
Joe. Hey, but look, let me say this, though, man. You know, I ain't talked to y'all in a minute, so I missed out on a lot of things or whatever. I've been listening to you, man. Now, first of all, you know, Super Bowl, let me just say one thing. The best Super Bowl commercial, man, was the breast cancer awareness commercial. I mean, it's a great cause. You know what I mean? I have family members. I'm sure we all have family members who breast cancer survivors, and they got right to the point. You know, it's all about the tatas. We got to save the tatas. So that was the best commercial. Y'all missed that one, man. All right? So we got to get that out the way. And let me say this about my man Suave. Suave, I love you, bro. You my guy. You know it is, right?
Yeah, what?
But you know what? Man? I got to put you in the porta potty, bro. Suave goes in the porta potty, man. And I'm going to tell you why Suave going in the porta potty, man. I've been listening to you, man. You know what I mean? Now, we're going to start with this. This was the most hilarious thing I heard this week, right? Suave come up here and says, man, those skinny jeans came out, man. I would not wear those skinny jeans. Well, my God, Suave, anytime you put any pants on, skinny would be the last thing we going to call them, brother. You know what I mean? That's a lack of self-awareness. All right? Number two, I heard you said you'll pick watching women's flag football over the lingerie league. What is going on? Are you crazy? Like,
bro, no.
I told you. No, let me finish.
No. You not what? No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish that one.
The last evidence of this dude needs to be in the porta potty, man, is you actually campaigning for the village damn people? Or what is going? And then you got Jack over there doing the he doing YMVA. He only got the letters right. I told you Jack is dangerously close to being a 40-year-old virgin, and you was the problem. I told you it was your fault. This is why. You got my man doing the YMVA. Listen. Hey, Don Suave.
Yes.
You're in the porta potty. Put him in the porta potty.
let me go ahead and just respond to this now. But first and foremost, the football thing. No, the football thing. We know why you are watching it. You're not watching the lingerie saying, that's a good tackle. Oh, that pass. You're not. You know why you're watching it. Stop the cat. So you're not going to say, that was a nice 30-something yard pass. Oh, that was a good tackle. You know why you're saying it. You're saying it for, who's on the defensive line? Oh, who's the offensive line? Who's the receiver? Come on, man. That's why I said that. That's not a real football league, dog. You gotta remember. That's not a real football league. Come on, man. And then, come on.
Jack Lowe is a product of his environment because of you. What kind of influence are you talking about?
And then
you can't talk like this around Jack. Stop it.
Which is actually kind of true.
It's bad enough you calling him J-Lo.
Hey, that won't hold on. That won't me. I'm not saying that won't me. I didn't say call it J-Lo. I just went with it. And the number one thing, you said skinny jeans. I don't know if you can see on YouTube. Brother, if I put on skinny jeans, I'm a big dude. I would look like the Michelin Man. I would like a Pittsburgh Doughboy putting on some jeans. I need room to breathe.
Whole point.
Exactly.
That's his whole point, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Trust me.
It doesn't matter if you like skinny jeans or not. Nothing will ever be skinny for you.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay. So now we go to the roasting session. Now wait till I see you, Paulie.
Johnny D. You need to separate Jack from Suave. He's a bad influence, bro. I'm telling you.
So this is we going down, Paulie.
He's a bad influence on Jack. I just call it like I see it.
We can do the dozen if you want to. We can do the dozen.
Hey, Jack, I'm going to DM you. We're going to hang out. I got to get you away from Suave. There's a problem going on. The village people, bro, you actually doing a YMCA. I got to get you away from the village people. Put them in a porta potty, man. If you was a parent, I would call CPS on you.
Wow.
That's how bad you are.
Wow. All right. It's gone. Wait till I see you again, Paulie. You're going to be at the Eagles National NFL. Wait till I see I'm not going to forget this. The minute I see you, you will be getting ranked from up to bottom. I'm telling you like this. Since you want to talk about every pants I put on, it's not going to look skinny on me. So I guess you want to wear some balloon pants, don't you? Huh? I bet you want to wear some parachutes.
Hey, listen, calm down, man. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Just smell the ambiance. Just smell your own ambiance. Just sit in the porta potty. If you keep talking, we're going to tip it over. We're going to tip it over until you get the blue diamond. Right? So just calm down. You just end it right here. That's all, man. Hey, one more thing before I go.
It's all love.
What? You know that, man.
Yeah, you know it, yeah.
Hey, but one more thing before I go, though, man. Johnny D, are you really surprised that Gottlieb was down in New Orleans at the Super Bowl, man? All the credit card scammers was down there that last week. That's what all
wow, dude. I'm not even bringing I can't even bring that up. I will not even bring that up. J-Lo and Suave have no idea what you're talking about right now. You guys could Google that. Not even part of the conversation. Not even going to bring it up, Paulie. I can appreciate, though, your intelligence. And by the way, one thing, if you're talking about Paulie is the double of Chris Rock in New Jack City. No doubt about it, right? Like, Paulie is that double of Chris Rock and New Jack. That's our boy Paulie. I got to defend Suave a little bit. You're my man, though. Look,
that just came out of the blue.
Paulie is the man.
Johnny D is the porta potty attendant.
Absolutely.
He's standing out there with the breath mints when you come out the door.
Absolutely, man. That's who I am. Paulie, always a pleasure, my friend.
Thanks, Paulie.
You're a good one. Be safe.
Hey, man, hail to the W, man. Y'all be easy, man.
You too. Hail to the W.
Hail to the W this morning. There you go. I'm not even bringing that part up tomorrow. Please do not. You guys have no idea. I'll tell you after the show. I will tell you after the show. The fact that Paulie knows that is spectacular, I will say, but that's not even part of the conversation. But I appreciate Paulie. Look, Paulie, he ate up all your time, Swab, but that's okay.
That's all right.
He put you in the porta potty this morning.
That.
Are you all right with that?
Put him in the porta potty.
I'm
You're
good.
okay with that?
I'm okay.
All right. My nominee this morning was Aaron Boone.
And get to do it.
I don't know if you saw Aaron, but do you have that audio? Did I send you the audio of Aaron Boone? Okay, Aaron Boone apparently was a little bit upset, and I called the Dodgers classless for some of the comments that they made after winning the World Series last year against the New York Yankees. Quote, hopefully we're in that position next year and handle things with a little more class. Talking, this is Aaron Boone on the Dodgers Trash Talk after the World Series.
Wow.
Seriously?
Wow.
You are the New York Yankees. What are you doing to me?
That's something else.
How about if fire you up to be better?
Yeah.
Maybe fire up that guy 99 a little bit, who was a dumpster fire the postseason.
He was.
Yes, he
Put
was.
Aaron Boone in the porta potty, man. Like, you got to be better.
Put him in the porta potty.
Forget about class. Just go out and win a World Series. That's what it's all about.
Yes, it is.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for a Wednesday edition of the program. I'd like to thank everybody for dialing us up on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. A reminder, go to YouTube, type in Cova Sports TV, hit that subscribe button today. We greatly appreciate everybody who listens into the program, who's got a comment in the comment box. Also, the polls are still open on the X. The Pacer payroll poll questions this morning at Drive Johnny D, so the voting will continue on. So we appreciate it. And all the texts that came in via the Tell 'em Kellum Talk and Text line this morning at 757-497-1310. Are you two okay over there?
Yeah.
Took some strays this morning.
Didn't he?
Took some strays.
I got hit.
Look,
I got hit.
You got hit.
Hit. Fall supposed to be my man. I got hit. I got put in a porta potty.
Nobody.
Ain't that so? Nobody's safe.
Well, the problem is who you're sitting next to, too. You're going to catch some strays. Because he's taking a lot of strays. You're going to catch some strays. Seriously, after the show today, you're at the stoplight, just roll down the window and say, hey, look, I know I've got an Eagles bumper sticker, but I'm a Commanders fan. And I want to see what the reaction is. That would be gold. All right, that's wrapping it up for a Wednesday edition for Suave, J-Lo, yours truly, Johnny D. This has been The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. See you.